say so. We're going. All right, we're live. Welcome everybody to the Crows of Judgment channel. I know we have a lot of new people in the chat today. Welcome. I know that not everybody is a happy boy or girl right now, but chill out. I tried to moderate some people in case it gets too rowdy, but I'm gonna trust that you guys won't be batshit insane, which is probably something that I shouldn't do. But Kayla, how bad do you think it could be? Honestly, scale of 1 to 100.
You mean the chat? I don't know. Chat. Apparently, there's they need to be warned not to be toxic. That already is a red flag to me. If you have to be warned not to be toxic.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a red flag to me. You know, the thing that got me was the you can go there, you can dislike, just don't send death threats because then people are going to talk about how my community's toxic. Anyways,
I can't have that again.
We're waiting for TJV, obviously, because I want to discuss a couple things with him first before we begin. I just don't know where he is. I'm sure he'll be here shortly because he was in our live chat for a long ass time, which surprised me.
Live chat.
Because I got messaged by like a bunch of people. Well, he's got the StreamYard link. I sent it to his Discord. Someone said that he's in the chat. I don't see him. So Crow, communities have been toxic. All right, let me be clear to my community. Don't be a dick. There you go.
Crow does that for everyone.
Yeah, no, just don't be a dick. Like, look, if you've got a statement you want to make, or you got like an argument you want to present, or you disagree, just put a comment in there. Look,
disavow.
No, like because I pull up the comments. It doesn't need to be a super chat. If I find the point interesting, I'll bring it up, right? But it would be nice to just have a conversation. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting for the one person. I am going to put on my hookah because
I'm going to eat.
What I tell you?
Getting hookah. You're eating
tonight.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I was already going to tell you.
I kind of figured it would be like this.
If we're going to be waiting, you can shoot up the Pokemon game that you were playing a long time ago. Are you still playing that one? You can just sit here, play Pokemon while we wait. You beat it already? Aw.
Oh, yeah. You know what I can do?
I sent him the link forever ago.
I sent it on Discord, too. I think John tried to DM him as well, but we had to send him the link on Discord. He added. Well, I mean, he must have seen it because he had to add me on Discord.
Well, and if he didn't, if he didn't see it or he doesn't have it, shouldn't he be in the chat saying, hey, I didn't get the link? That's also another option.
Hey, Anne, thank you for choosing to watch our stuff.
He's here. He's here. Hold on, he's here.
Okay.
DJ, welcome.
Hello.
Hey, so before we begin with everything, do you want to air out any grievances with us? Or with me?
No. I only had problems with your guys' live stream.
Okay.
Nothing specifically to do with you guys.
Okay.
So just to make it clear with our audiences, there is no beef because people think we have beef.
Oh, there's beef because of the live stream and because of what you guys have said. Yes. But I've never had problems specifically with you guys before. You guys were actually quite nice inviting me the last time. And then instead of DMing me or asking questions, if you guys were curious on why I was believing the one victim, not all victims, but the one victim that I covered, instead of messaging me, you guys just went off to assume I believe all victims. And I'm just like, and all this other stuff. And Crow assuming that I got reached out by someone, which isn't true at all. It's a false claim made. And it just seems like you guys were just jumping on my ass for some reason.
It wasn't jumping on your ass, dude. We were criticizing a video you posted, dude. But if you have any initial problems with the stream,
criticizing the video. All right, criticizing the video is one thing, okay? But going on to say that anything else outside the video, such as I was reached out and that's why the video is made, that's not criticism on the video. That's just more shit that you're talking and making false claims against me.
Okay.
Crows said several times that there's.
Yeah.
Look,
I'm the one who said it. I'm the one who said it. So I just want to say that was from me, not the other two on here. So
yeah,
I'll address it later with you.
So Crow claiming that there's this outside person who messaged me, and that's the whole reason why I made the video, or I now believe the victims because of this outside person that is standing on behalf of the victims message me, is 100% false. And I want to know, who is the person who reached out to you? Because I had no one reach out to me. So who reached out to you?
Crow.
Should I just say their name? Because they basically gave me bad info.
Yeah.
Say their name. I don't care.
Okay, it was Chrissy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Chrissy. And hold on. So the reason why I said I was pretty sure they reached out to you, right, is because they've been reaching out to other content creators, right? And you had said something during your stream, which now that I know a little bit more about your relationship, and I don't want to bring that up. I never brought it up in the stream the first time.
You did after the fact. You did after the fact.
I did. When? Maybe I did. So tell me when.
Yeah, you did. You did in your live chat for this stream before it while it was premiered. You brought up Hallie.
Well,
I've been tweeted. You said that I'm dating one of the victims and stuff like that, and maybe Hallie told me about the situation, which is incredibly fucked up to think that I'm dating. I
said that in the live chat,
and I was persuaded. And that was. Do you want me to pull? Do you want me to send it to you on Discord?
Pull it up because the live chat scrolls through here and deletes every 2 hours, right? So after the comment's 2 hours old, it deletes. I probably said something, so go and show it to me.
Did you watch my entire stream that I made today?
I was working.
Who has time for that?
Okay. No offense, man. It was 4 hours and I was at work. That's why I popped in at the start, gave you that super chat and said, we did not talk about your girl during that stream at all. Right?
I never claimed you did.
Now that I know your relationship and I've seen some of her comments about Louis in the past and everything,
yes,
it makes a lot more sense to me. It does. But there's something that you said during your video, and I want to kind of know where you got it from, where you said the girls just want an apology. Right?
I never said the girls just want an apology. You got to rewatch my video again. No, I didn't. Pull it up. Pull it up. You can pull it up. Yeah, pull it up right now. I never.
Let's watch your video. Right?
Where do I specifically say that the girls want the apology?
TJ, hold on. Your video is 8 minutes long, right?
Just pull it. It's at the end. Just pull it up. It's right at the end.
Okay.
I rewatched it. I showed it on my live stream. I disproved that statement. I never was told that, and I never said that. I never said the girls wanted an apology. I said the right thing to do is to apologize, especially to the victims. But I never ever said that the girls wanted an apology.
Okay, hold on. Do you have the comment for me to pull up though?
I'm still looking for it right now.
Okay.
We're going to the video first, right?
No, I want to see the comment first to see exactly what was said.
Let's do the video while he's looking.
It's at 7:10.
I have it. I have it right here.
You have it? Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to DM you on Discord?
Do you not? Can you screen share? Or you can send it to me on Discord. That's fine.
Okay. Download it. Do whatever you got to do. But there it is. You say Crows of Judgment, specifically saying right here, knowing TJV is dating Mini Lad's victim and her connections with that group, I think it's also possible she wanted him to. But again, that was a statement made by TJV about those girls wanted from Louis that he could have came to without stating it to him. So again, you're mentioning Hallie and all this, and Hallie has absolutely nothing to do with it. Not only that, I've never made any sort of statement in my video of anything of like the girls wanting an apology. I just said I think you should apologize. For what you did, especially the victims.
Okay, so real quick, you know what I said when you first got on here and you brought up the point that I mentioned I was pretty damn sure that Chrissy had reached out to you too.
You didn't say you're pretty damn sure. You said you 100% knew by the end of the live stream. But yes, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, fine. Do you know why I had to put that into the comment section here? Because I had your audience in my chat wanting to know why I said that, and I had to explain it to them and said, like, look, after the stream ended, I found out that, right?
How is
And I
that
was like, it
explaining
makes more
anything to him?
sense.
How is
What?
that explaining anything to him?
Well, I was pretty sure.
You're bringing up some sort of theory.
TJ, if you ask me a question, I'm going to answer it, okay?
Okay.
So I was pretty sure that Chrissy had reached out to you too. I think I knew that Chrissy was reaching out to content creators.
Based off what?
Based off
Because
you're not the only person I talked to. Based off that. So I knew that she was reaching out to other content creators.
So who did you talk to? Who did you talk to that made your opinion or your thoughts of Chrissy reaching out to me? What was told to you?
Hold on.
Okay.
I was told that she was reaching out to other content creators. Okay.
All right.
So when I heard that, I saw your video. I was like, it makes sense to me, right? Especially when the statement with the victim, which we will play your video. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was asked why I said that. I was like, well, because basically the statement's made and everything. But when I found out about who you're dating, which I did not know at the time, right? It made a lot more sense to me why you did the video on Louis.
Okay. You know, I did the video days before I started a relationship with her, right? Oh, no, you don't know that? That's fine. So if you go to my Twitter and do some
I don't know anything
research
about your relationships, but what I do know is before I got married, before you start a relationship with someone, you're usually
never mind.
Talk with them first. So I don't think that's valid, but it's okay. I don't think that you messaged her and said you want to be my girlfriend.
Okay, but you're basing it off. You're basing it off the fact that I was in a relationship and my girlfriend told me. Well, we weren't girlfriend and boyfriend at the time when the video was made. First off, and then second, she has absolutely nothing at all to do with the entire Louis situation at all. She had connections to the mini lad situation because she was one of the victims, and that's it.
TJ, quick.
She's never said any statements on Louis. She has no opinions on it.
I'm not saying she hasn't made statements. Okay. I'm just saying she's not directly connected to that. She's maybe had opinions about it, but those opinions I have not looked into, nor have I cared about right now.
All right. So real quick. So definitively, TJ, you are stating right now that there is no bias within your video when you made it. You just made it because that's what you felt like you had to make, or that's what your opinion is, right?
I mean, depending on your definition of bias and all, but I absolutely don't have any bias against Louis at all. I just go look at my chat. If you think I had it out for Louis, why did I joke around with Louis in my previous live streams beforehand? We literally joked about playing chess together a previous live stream the week before. So do I like Louis? Do I not like Louis? My point is that how the hell do I have bias? I've been on both ends of the spectrums.
Well, that's my point. That's why Crow thinks somebody reached out to you, because a week ago you were asking Louis to play chess, and now all of a sudden, because I don't know if you actually even addressed the drive before. Did you address the drive before, or is that your first time looking at it?
I've addressed it several times in live streams before.
So you have seen it. You looked through it prior, and then
but I said the same thing every time. I'm not going to make a public statement about it because of stuff like this. I want to make sure that what I'm looking at is factual, and I can be able to speak upon the things that are factual and the things that are opinionated, and make that distinct difference in the video, which I felt like I have. But you guys glossed over so much of the things I talked about and worried more about what was on the screen than what was being said and going through your headphones. So
it's a good thing you're here to clarify it, then, man. So thank you for coming. So other than that, so you're saying
Aurora, I appreciate your tweets and all. You seemed the most sorry if this offends you at all. I think we can just be adults about this. You seemed more of like the douchebag of the live stream when I watched it,
because I am the douchebag of the live stream.
Right. So
I'm not even gonna pretend to be a good guy, because I'm not a good guy, dude. I'm asking you questions.
Okay. So you seemed more of the douchebag of the live stream. So I wasn't expecting to get along with you, but during our tweets, you've actually been pretty understanding on hearing my side about it, which I appreciate that. But yeah, if we watch the video, and Crow, I'm still waiting for that end of the video where I say that the victims want an apology. Never said that.
I'm going to play your entire video because you said we glossed over things, right?
You're assuming I have another 2 hours, dude. I don't have 2 hours to sit here and argue with you about all this. If you got points to bring up about my response to you, that's fine. But I've said everything in my live stream that I said.
I have a live stream. I got a lot to go over, actually.
Okay, well, you can wait a couple days and then make a video about it if you want, or make a live stream about it. Just like how I took the time, I took a day break to be able to watch your live stream. And
Well, that's the problem, TJ, because see, you don't really have the same time, and you were saying that we didn't reach out. It's hard to reach out to you. I used to tweet at you.
Then why make a live stream?
Me.
Then why make a live stream? Why not do a little more research? Why my Twitter and then reach out to me and wait a couple days to speak upon my video? You could have just made a video about the document. Why didn't you just pull up the document and say how shit it was instead of shitting on my video? That's another.
It's not shitting on your video, dude. We're talking about your video.
You literally called it trash, dude.
Because it's trash. I also praised you.
It's not trash at all.
It is trash. TJ, we praised your coverage before.
Shut up.
We didn't like that one fucking video. It's sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Let him speak.
I specifically praised you for your interview with Omrecker when you came onto this channel prior, because you didn't just sit there and take his answers and you asked direct questions. You were objective the whole time. And this video seems like a Keemstar-like video. I even say it's disappointing at the end. If it's a Keemstar level video, it's trash to me. I've praised you enough, dude. Like, you're not always gonna get praise from me. I'm just being real with you, dog. I'm being real with you.
So let's continue that talk then, Aurora.
I wanted to ask you.
Okay,
I wanted to ask you if what changed your mind, or what made you come to a conclusive answer to make that video?
Nothing at all. I made a video a long time ago, months and months and months ago. You can find it on my channel. If you did research about me, you would have brought that up during the live stream beforehand. But that's fine. I'll address it now. There's a video months and months ago, back when the mini lad stuff was happening. I made it about Louis, and I addressed that I knew about the allegations at the time. I didn't know whether or not they were true or false. But if they're true, Louis is disgusting. If they're not true, then Louis deserves to be heard and recognized for his statements. I made that very apparent in my video months and months ago. Speaking about it now, I looked into the document, which I have not seen prior from like a month or two ago. And when I looked into that document, there's some legitimate things, which my video only covered one part of the document, not the entire thing, which I see you guys trying to cover the entire, like I looked over the entire document, which I didn't, but you guys kind of made it seem like I did in your live stream. But the part that I did cover is pretty true. There is hard evidence against him, and I believe Louis is wrong for that, which is fine for us to have our difference of opinion. But you guys make it out to seem that like I had someone contact me and it was some third party that got me involved and all this other stuff, and now I'm just 100%. I'm like Keemstar, or 100%. I'm on Team Victim all of a sudden.
It's one video. It's
right. That's what it is. And if you let me cover the rest of the document, I'm sure there's things in the document that I won't think is true.
We only talked about the one thing in that document.
But in that live stream though, you made it sound like that I'm speak on behalf of all the victims, and I have multiple points of proof in my live stream where you make it sound like I'm speaking on behalf of all the victims when I make my statements in that video.
I thought you said victims.
You say victims. You say victims.
You say victims.
Yeah.
You say plurally. That's why it's assumable that you're talking about.
Not only.
Okay.
Well,
listen again.
Listen again. TJ, hold on.
All right.
I just want to say this one thing. I literally just want to say this one thing. I had my mic muted because I was trying to be polite.
Okay.
But
all right.
It's not just that you say victims plural. You also say that the things in that document, they are true. They did happen. That's not an opinion, right? You can say you believe in something, and like if it's your opinion and you believe it, I mean, yeah, we'll disagree. But I even said like my main issue with your video is at the end where you say it's true, right? That's not an opinion. You made a definitive statement.
So what I'm getting at is that I covered one part of the document, and I was very specific about that in the video. So I was talking about one victim that has to do with the situation. So I was talking about one singular situation. When I said the word victims as in plural, this is the sentence I said, which you can go back 2 minutes ago and see what I said. I said, you guys made it sound like I was speaking on behalf of the victims with an S. You guys made me sound like I was speaking about the plural version of victim. I was talking about a singular version of victim, a singular victim. That's what I was talking about. You guys were making it sound like I was talking about multiple. That's what I said.
Are you talking about your live stream, or are you talking about your actual video? Because I'm talking about the actual video. You said victim.
Okay, I was talking about the actual video. If I said the word victims, point up the part that I'm talking about, and I'll probably address what I said at that point. I'm talking about what you guys did during the live stream. You guys made it sound like I'm speaking on behalf of all the victims. But I'm pretty sure during my video, I said I'm covering one situation with one victim with that had one situation, one encounter, or multiple encounters, but one total with Louis.
I'm going to tell you right now, too, I did not watch your live stream. I don't know anything you were talking about. I only got certain DMs from certain people, and that's it. So whatever they told me is like, I'm just keeping that right there on the sidelines right now, because I really, your opinions are your own. You can have whatever you want to think or whatever you want to say, dude. I don't care. And the thing about the audience coming over here, I don't care. Even if they did come over here, I don't give a shit, dude, because it's not going to fucking intimidate me. It's not going to stop me from speaking.
I want to bring that up too, Aurora. Good point. When did I ever say people to come over and dislike your video? I disliked your video pretty publicly on my live stream, but I never told people to do it. I told people not to come over here and send death threats. But you think that I was joking about that. I don't fucking joke with that. So I want to talk about that with Crow, actually.
I mean, I have the clips from your stream, like 3 of them. Are
you gonna pull them up?
49 seconds. Sure, yeah, we can.
Like the person doesn't want to be outed, so don't show who sent it.
I know, that's why I'm trying to keep all that stuff hidden.
Yeah.
So I will ask you, TJ, why do you need to tell people not to send death threats?
Because that's the classic nature of the internet. Almost every single situation that has to do with drama or victims or someone being outed for something, there's always and always has been examples of death threats being shown.
But why would you have to say that to your community? Like, if it's not toxic as you say it is, wouldn't you just assume they wouldn't do that?
Let me bring up an example. So there's this commentary channel with only 20 subscribers. You're currently on a channel live streaming with a channel with almost 8,000 subscribers or something near that. If you sent people over and said, hey, this is the live stream, if you guys want to go check it out, or this is the video, you guys can go check it out. Wouldn't you also be wary and say, hey, make sure you're not doing anything bad or toxic or anything like that? Because that's not what we're trying to do here. We're just trying to give other people valid opinions.
I wouldn't specifically say don't send death threats. It's like I would say be respectful. Be respectful.
So
I wouldn't have to go to that extra mile of that.
Has your audience sent death threats to people before?
No, they haven't, but I'm sitting here saying it. But I'm saying that a lot of my audience might blend in with another audience that has done it. So, like, a lot of the Vanoss crew has sent death threats to Ohm and Keemstar before. And I have a lot of those fans and a lot of those audience looking at my channel now. So I gave a warning, don't be sending death threats. That's not what we're trying here to do. Don't sit here and do all that stuff. So
I just wouldn't think of that ever, that someone would be like, oh, I'm going to know anyone that would like
what's the inherent problem? Isn't it a good thing that I'm bringing that up?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it necessary.
I'm trying to keep the name hidden.
This shit is a non-issue to me because it wouldn't have deterred me.
I'm trying to keep the video. I'm trying to keep the person who gave us the video hidden.
I don't think I don't think me sitting here saying that don't send death threats is a problem or a legit concern or a topic to bring up right now.
I mean,
I told people not to send death threats. I mean, have you received death threats? Has it happened? Because I'll tell everyone watching right now not to do it again if people have been doing it.
Well, I did see you tell one of the mods to, hey, good luck moderating the chat. I did see that though.
Yeah, because I came over
necessary. Why would that be necessary?
Because I saw the chat is active as fuck. When the chat is super, super active and a lot of people are talking, any of my mods can hop over in this chat and explain when a chat is super active, it's hard to moderate. So I said, good luck moderating it because it seems like there was a lot of traffic over here.
With the laughing emoji?
Yeah, with the laughing emoji. Of course.
Honestly,
it's funny as fuck.
Guys, you are better off just owning it. You are better off just owning it.
Owning what? Owning what?
Like,
here, I'll play the clip and I'll show what you said.
Traffic funny to you?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care about any of that.
I just want to let everyone know in this live stream, she just asked me how is traffic funny to me. I don't know how that has anything to do with any of this, but yeah. Okay. I said have fun with the traffic.
You said it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Okay, if you want me to bring up the specific point, okay, I said it to a moderator. You make YouTube great again. This is his username. He was over in my chat trying to prove me wrong. I was disproving his arguments in my live stream, and now I said, haha, have fun sitting here moderating all this because there was a lot of traffic. And now he has a lot of work to do as moderator.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Keep going.
You did that vindictively. Then that's all I'm saying.
I'm going to play. Look, let me play the video.
Is this really something, Kayla, you want to argue? Because if this is what you have to argue about, this is pretty fucking petty, and you have no points to bring up against me.
I think it's a little bit more.
This is
I think it's
the stupidest thing to argue about.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Keep going.
Okay,
this is the stupidest thing for you to argue with me about.
Hold on. I muted Kayla for a second. Right, no disrespect to Kayla or anything. That way, Well, that way we can play the video, because let's just get your words out, then we'll show the statement, right? And you think that and you said there's nothing wrong with any of this, right?
All right, pull it.
Okay.
Did you share audio? Because I can't hear
it. Yeah, I can't hear it.
Hold on. Okay, hold on.
You should probably unmute Kayla by now, too.
Yeah, I
But
will.
you can unmute yourself. You could totally unmute yourself. I don't know if you knew that.
By the way, if any of my fans are in this chat, don't send threats to Kayla at all. We're not about it.
Okay,
I can hear it now.
You had to warn them about that.
You have a lot to talk about. Just to be careful.
Start from the beginning.
There's a lot of people in this chat right now that are saying, was in the live stream an hour ago. You haven't even gotten it to like the most juicy parts at the end when you're just sitting here blasting me at the end.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Okay.
I'm drinking an Angry Orchard.
Dude, I by the way, I would be very careful about live streaming, dude. You have a lot to talk about, and there's a lot of people in this chat right now that are saying the war is on. So I don't condone threats. Don't be threatening the guy. But I think you're allowed to go over there and voice your opinion, guys, if you want. So, yeah, just warn you, bro. I'd be careful about live streaming what you say. I mean,
why should I be careful about live streaming?
It can be interpreted as a threat, but like I said, I don't care about that. Like, it wouldn't have stopped me anyway.
Okay,
yeah,
so okay, hold on real quick. Aurora, did you interpret that as a threat?
It sounds like a threat, yeah, but I don't care regardless. I really don't.
Kayla, do you think it's a threat?
Yeah, because why would you have to warn him?
Crow, do you think it's a threat?
I think if you're telling me I need to be careful about live streaming after showing the channel and everything and telling your audience to go there, voice their opinion, talk about chats popping off. Like I go into my live stream chats every now and again. There's typically
it's based on interpretation. Anyone can interpret it however the fuck they want. That's why I think it's irrelevant.
So you're bringing up a point. Aurora just said it was completely irrelevant. I can sit here and say what I meant by it. Do you guys actually care for my explanation, or do you want to move on to something?
No. Tell me what you meant by it.
Argument?
Go ahead.
Tell me what you meant by
it.
Okay,
I said be careful because I brought up several good points against your guys' argument, and I don't think there's anything for you guys to argue back. It's not a threat. But if people want to interpret it as a threat, then my opinion is completely irrelevant. You're going to interpret it the way you want. What I just meant by it was, hey, be careful because I brought up a lot of good points, and I don't think you'll be able to argue your way out of it.
I know you said you don't have a ton of time tonight, but can you we got a couple more here. I'm gonna play.
Are we gonna do more of the videos? Can we just get
into that?
Yeah, can we just get into the thing?
I don't
want to keep talking about this shit.
Why?
Why what? Why what? I want to get into the actual shit that I want to talk about.
Which part? Why?
No. He's Aura's always right, and I hate it. TJ, you said you brought up a bunch of good points, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did we get wrong? Can you please tell us so that way we can just see what we got wrong?
Well, okay, let's talk about the several accounts of you blaming victims all across the board, discrediting children, sitting here saying that.
I thought it was just one victim, TJ. Like, why do you say victim still?
You guys are the ones that discredited.
You just said
victims.
You just said victims.
Okay, man.
That's
okay.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, yet again, misinterpreted by what I said. You guys said victims. That's why I said
maybe just be clear with your statements, dude.
Yeah, you just said victims when you said that you clarified it as one victim, but you just said
wow. So you can't even get a goddamn statement, and it's three people
on
my goddamn throat about one thing. No. Like I'm gonna sit here and try to explain it again, but then Kayla's gonna say something, Crow's gonna say something, Aurora's gonna say something, then it's gonna be something. Yeah. No, all three of you guys said something. You can go back and check. All three of you guys jumped on me when I said it.
No, it was me. I specifically jumped on you because you noticed it.
But then Kayla did, and then Crow did. Okay,
all right.
Getting on to what I said,
getting
on to what I was saying, I said that you guys are blaming all of the victims, while I was just talking about one victim. And because of your guys' blame on the other victims, especially when you guys bring up the DMs and all of that, you go to jump onto this victim I'm specifically talking about and saying that she's just like the rest of them. And I have yet to see any proof how like she's just like the rest of them, using Omrecker, using Keem, using whatever for this quote unquote clout that you guys have been theorizing about.
She used Cyan.
Huh?
She used Cyan. She went to Cyan.
Okay, to get the story out, but she wanted to be named anonymous. How is she going for clout if she wants to be anonymous? Wouldn't she want to open up her own Twitter, her own name, her own brand, and get all that clout and get all those followers over there?
How is that for clout chaser?
No, hold on. Wait. Hold on.
When did we accuse her of being a clout chaser?
I never said that.
Several times during the live stream, there's been several theories that they're sitting here trying to chase clout. I've brought it up multiple times in my live stream. People brought it up in the chat before I even said it.
Diane, Sarah, Isla, we're referring to just this one girl, the one girl that your video was about. That's what we talked about. We accused her of being a clout chaser.
But you guys spoke on behalf of pretty much all the victims.
No. I'm asking you if we accused her of being a clout chaser or not. You just said we said it multiple times during the stream. I don't remember ever making that point.
You've said it. Yes, you did multiple times.
To me, all right. So regardless, they all have to be lumped in because they are speaking on behalf of this person who I don't even know is real. Do you have any confirmation that this victim that they're speaking about is legitimate?
I believe in the evidence that's presented, but if you don't believe in the evidence, then according to you, no, I don't have any evidence, but I believe in the evidence. So yes, I do have evidence that this person is real and that this person's had encounters that are completely inappropriate with someone who wasn't a minor, which is Louis Caliber.
So you don't think so? Go ahead.
I was going to say, so do you have evidence that that she is a minor? Do you have evidence of that?
Yes, I believe the evidence that's been presented is true. So yes, I do have that evidence.
I believe he's referring to the IDs. Is that correct? Is that the evidence you're talking about?
The IDs, the DMs, everything, yes.
The DMs, okay.
But how do you know those IDs belong to this person?
Or are legitimate? Those IDs right there.
There are several points been made why these are real, and there's been absolutely zero points made against why they aren't real, besides they're just fake, they're photoshopped, they're blah blah blah, whatever.
No, I don't think they're photoshopped.
I don't think they're photoshopped.
I'm asking.
I'm gonna be right.
I'm not sitting here speaking on just behalf of you guys. I'm not saying you guys specifically sat here and said they were photoshopped. I'm just saying that there's been several bogus claims that they're photoshopped and that they're nabbed from siblings and they're nabbed from this and yada yada yada. When literally Louis has not came out to say anything about this, which is a big red flag in the first place, because obviously we've seen content creators come out right away when these claims have been coming out. This has been a while. Yeah.
I'm really glad you brought that up. Did you cross-reference any of this with Louis? Did you ask him about any of this specifically?
No, I've never had Louis in my DMs ever in a million years, so I don't know how I would even get in contact with him.
I thought like he was in your live stream. Did you ever like be like, hey, can we talk about this?
He popped up like any other viewer would. So I don't know how to get a hold of him.
I'm just saying like that could have been an option. Didn't John invite you on a stream with Louis as well?
I mean, Louis was in the stream. I had 5 minutes to join a stream. I asked him a question about the topic that was at hand. So I wanted to be respectful to the person that was making the content and that was at the live stream. So I didn't accuse him of anything. But if he was willing to reach out to me, I would have sat here and accused him of what it was and would have done it publicly in a live stream. But I never had that opportunity to do it in the first place. So again, you guys are the ones that have had Louis on before. I think you guys could have gotten concrete proof that this is not real.
All right, I'm going to counter that. We did not. John did. We didn't have Louis on.
So you guys know John through association. Is he a friend of your guys or what?
Yeah, no, he is.
He's association. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Actually, speak of the devil. Let me see. What is it?
I would just like to let everybody know that while I will have to censor a lot of it, I can now prove myself to be a black female.
What?
5'7". And I am 27 years old.
Of course,
No, I mean, look, I get what you're saying, TJ, about like people claiming that stuff's photoshopped and everything. Like, I have no clue, right?
Which is not the main point I brought up about the IDs.
All right, so basically, it was being told to me that you could have asked Louis on the stream, that no one said that you couldn't. That you can respond to that if you want to, but my thing there is just because somebody's staying silent, what makes you think? Like, for example, Jake Paul, right? Just got accused. All he said is, it's fake. I'm going to court. He didn't show anything to back up his claims. How do you know that this isn't being handled?
Okay, so has Louis ever made anything public about the underage evidence? Has he ever made any sort of statement that it's fake or anything else like Jake Paul did?
That I don't know. I don't know if he has. I don't like scope his Twitter like that. Possibly.
Okay.
I think actually he did say that. What is it? Why don't you just show the rest of your evidence and stuff like that? You know, the illegally recorded shit.
Talking about it's a completely separate victim that has nothing to do with the underage evidence. Correct. But he didn't talk about this. Okay, so but he didn't talk about this victim.
Yeah, as far as I know, that's all he said. But like, I don't know. That's on.
So one side's coming out with stuff, the other side isn't. I'm gonna probably more than likely look into the side that is actually coming out with stuff. I looked at it. It shows some valid proof that is Louis, and those are inappropriate photos being sent. I'm more in belief of that side.
Hey, TJ, or give me a second. TJ, I need you to read between the lines on this one, right? If someone was going to go to court, would they be popping off their fucking mouth about something like this?
Would they be what?
Would they be speaking about it? You're not supposed to speak up.
If someone goes to court, they're planning a lawsuit, for instance, right? Hypothetically, would they be opening their mouth on Twitter about this claim that these girls are claiming is 100% true, and that he was texting with minors?
Are you trying to sit here and assume that Louis is going to court about this?
Why not? Why not? Like,
why wouldn't he?
Yeah, like, I mean, we're going to assume that
just like how you ask, and like, okay, Aurora just said we're going to assume. I'm going to assume, just like how you guys are asking, why wouldn't he? I'm going to ask, why wouldn't this evidence be true? So if we're going to sit here and ask the question,
no, TJ, stop. It's not about hold on. It's not about whether the evidence is true or false. You said that it's very
I believe it's very true.
It's very true. Hold on. You think it's very suspicious that Louis is not speaking about it publicly, right? And that makes this more credible. I don't want to put any words in your mouth.
No, that's okay. Not what I'm saying, but yeah.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is, based off my own beliefs, I'm going to go off the person who is providing the evidence and providing the truth. And there is a lot of truth behind all that evidence in that folder. So if they're going to add a little thing on there, such as these are my IDs, and another little thing as in, oh, by the way, I did tell them the age, I'm more inclined to believe that person than the person who doesn't want to speak about it at all. Because the person that doesn't want to speak about it at all.
The reason why I asked you, would one of the reasons for being silent be that you are going to court,
like Andy Signor?
Yeah,
Andy Signor did. Jared did.
Out of the million of possibilities, maybe that's one possibility.
There's several people who did that. There's several people who did that. Andy Signor stood quiet. Pro Jared stood quiet before he did his lawsuit. Andy Signor's lawsuit took like several years before he was able to even speak on it. Same thing with what's his fucking name, Toby Turner. Toby Turner did the same thing. I think he did.
I mean, not even that. Jake Paul, he just said it's all fake and then got an attorney.
Yeah, he didn't even show anything to say it was fake. He just said it was fake and got an attorney.
And everything that Jake Paul says on Twitter is truthful.
Oh,
gotcha.
God.
That's not the point. Like, I'm trying to tell you that it is plausible.
When you bring that up, you are trying to make a point by bringing it up. You wouldn't have brought Jake Paul up at all if you weren't trying to make a point.
So we're providing other examples of individuals who have gone to court and not made a ton of public statements about a situation like this.
Yes, Jesus. Like, I'm trying to tell you, it's a plausibility that you didn't even put in your video. You're just saying that since he's not speaking up, that it's an omission that like it proves against him. But I want to say this right now. Why go to Cyan and not the police? This person said that they said their age to Louis multiple times. How come there's not one screenshot of, hey, I'm 15 or whatever?
How do you know that they haven't gone to the police?
What? I don't know. Just like you don't know if it's going to court. It's the same thing.
Okay.
So
we're both going to read into it. We're both going to have separate opinions.
And the reason I know
trying to make.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish. I'll finish and I'll respond.
So just like how you don't know that they went to the police, what point are you trying to make?
I'm trying to make that if you do go to the police, because I've had to go to the police and I've had certain situations and experiences, the police do not want you to put the evidence and go take this to social media. That's why.
They literally tell you not to do that. So
they have to build a case. And if you do this, this damages the case. It's very obvious that it doesn't seem, especially when you look into that Google document where 80% of it is the experiences of the others who are pushing this victim's narrative. Kind of like what Record did to them, according to the girls, right? How do we know that they're not taking this victim's story and doing what Omrecker did to them? Because they have an axe to grind. Is it possible?
Okay, you're asking if it's possible or not. My answer is yes, it's possible, but that doesn't mean I believe that that's the truth at all. So I stated what I believe the truth is.
I can accept that. I agree with you on you having your opinion that it's true. But my problem with your video, and I think I said at the end why it's disappointing, is because it's not objective enough. It's kind of, you're saying that your opinion is slightly fact.
So we're gonna talk about opinions that are objective enough.
Look, right? I'm just gonna say my thing. I'm gonna say my thing real quick, and then you can respond, okay? Like, that's just my one thing, because at the end you say it's like this is all the facts, and I think that's what you believe, right? But I feel like I wish at least that you would have been objective enough to at least touch upon what I'm telling you right now, that this could be the situation, although you believe it to be more in favor of the evidence, as you call it.
Okay. So addressing that, just like how you wish I could be more objective, I wish you guys would have read into the evidence more and realized that there is some truth behind this.
Do you think
we're going to have our objective opinion? Honestly, no.
Okay.
Let him finish real quick. Let him finish.
I just want to know.
Yeah.
I just honestly feel that, like, if you want to talk on the terms of objectiveness and all this other stuff, I stated what I stated. You guys are welcome to state what you guys stated, but going to another video trashing on someone's objective opinion about the matter is just, you're kind of asking for something like this to happen.
But it's not your objective opinion. You said that it was true and proven.
And I think he's
three
saying
people talked at the same time. What are you trying to say back to my response?
Oh, go ahead, Crow.
I said, look, I've made this as clear as I can. I made it clear during the stream. If it's just your opinion, if it's just what you believe in spite of everything else, right? It's your opinion. Everybody fucking has one, right? At the end of the video, though, you state that it's true. It's been proven, right? That's not an opinion anymore. It's a definitive statement.
Okay. So if I say something is true in my video, just like how you can come over here and say that these things are true, I can personally take into account that if you think that something is true, that's what you believe, that's what you think, and that other people have to either come to that conclusion or they can be so blindsided by it and not believe it's true. You've run into multiple people before in the past that just don't believe anything you say. I'm sure you've run into those haters out there before.
Oh, so funny,
so if you run into those people before, you guys can just be on the opposite side, but be a bit more civil, being like, okay, I don't believe it's true. I don't believe it's a fact like TJV does, but this is my opinion on it. And that's where it could have been. But you have such a huge problem with me saying that it's true and it's factual, which, by the way, those messages did come from Louis. There is truth that those messages did come from Louis, and that I do believe those are inappropriate.
Didn't dispute that.
Believing
what? Yeah, we didn't dispute that the messages were real.
Okay. So if I'm speaking, which at the time of me saying that video, I was probably speaking on behalf of those messages anyways, that those messages are true. Why do you have a problem if you never disputed those messages aren't true, that I'm saying that they're true, that they're factual, that those happened, that this was an actual encounter that happened?
If you're sexting with someone, if Omrecker's sexting with someone, if fucking Keemstar's sexting with someone, I don't fucking care. If you want to do a video about it, don't give a shit. Right? I really don't even want to be involved in it. But when you say that the person involved is a fucking minor, dude.
Because I believe it's a minor.
Different story.
I believe it's a minor.
Okay. You think that he was sexting with a minor, yes?
Yes.
But that's the part. That's the part right there.
There you go.
There's nothing on those DMs. It's inappropriate, but we do not know if he even knows that's a minor, because there is nothing in those DMs that say I am a minor.
It's his responsibility to find out whether or not it's minor or not. It's his.
But how do you know he didn't? They're not presented. They're selective. They're selective.
Okay, then tweet at Louis. Have your friend that's interviewed Louis before and got him invited and sent him a link somehow to join the live stream. Have him ask him then. I don't have Louis in DMs. I don't have Louis in DMs.
I don't have Louis in DMs either. Does that mean you don't know?
It means I try the real truth, 100% the truth. No, I don't know. Anything could be plausible at this point. Honestly, right now, those people behind those messages, the victim could be Bill Cosby, as far as I know, and Bill Cosby, could be a thing. I have no idea. I don't know the truth.
But guys, hold on,
that's
wait.
what you're saying.
But
could you imagine if it was
I
fucking Bill Cosby?
believe that the victims are right in what, at least the victim that I talked about is right in what they said. I believe that the victim that I talked about in my part 1 is right and is truthful about what they're saying.
I just want to take a moment right now to fucking all right, let's clear the air real quick. Imagine if it fucking was Bill Cosby.
No.
Like, I swear to God, could you just imagine that this is all fucking Bill Cosby's fault? Oh my God.
Only if they mentioned Puddin' Pops would it be Bill Cosby.
Oh God.
Oh God, no, shoving up. Oh no.
I know, yeah, for real, yeah. He's fucking fooling everybody.
That was the main point, though. It's like, we do not know if this person was a minor. We do not know if Louis did vet them or not, and if they lied or not. We do not know this. They could be a minor. They might not exist. That is the point.
So
it's not a fact that they are a minor. It's not a fact that they are. We don't know. That's it. We just don't know.
Can we at least say we have common ground in that ideology right there?
No, because I believe that she was a minor.
Okay,
that's where we disagree.
You believe that. Okay, but
you
believe that. You believe that, but is it a fact that she is, or do you just believe that?
I believe it's a fact that she is. The 3 IDs show plenty of proof.
Believe the fact.
That
Oh God.
It reminds me of the
it's not an opinion to you.
Sigh and do whatever you do. Okay, people are just gonna believe that you're acting like a complete bitch about the entire situation.
Hey man, nobody on this channel told people to go to your channel or your stream.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So don't
specifically
talk about being petty. Don't talk about being a bitch. We criticized your video and you spurred out and you started mouthing. Okay, calm the fuck down. It was just criticism.
No,
it's criticism that you rightfully deserve.
Yeah, I mean,
even
honestly,
now, like I'm trying to like get to the point where you say it's an opinion, and you just went right back to saying, no, it's fact. So what do you want me to say, man? Like you just said that you can't prove that she's minor, and then said no, it's a fact that she's a minor.
You just said it. You thought it could have been Bill Cosby for all we know, but then you went back. It's a fact that's
proving how idiotic your guys' thinking was in this entire situation, especially looking at the real evidence against the underage victim that was involved. Yes, it was so idiotic your guys' way of thinking was. And before you double down that it was just criticism, if you go back and look at the live stream, you've done a lot more than just criticize.
Oh, buddy, I handled you with kid gloves in that live stream.
Yeah.
I'm sure your big boy tweets surely prove it. Your big boy tweets surely prove it.
And you were on the stream where I was
your big boy
Home
tweets
Wrecker.
prove it, dude. Your big boy tweets surely prove it, dude.
I want to know, did the victim or did Cyan censor that photo of Louis' dick pic? That was never a dick pic. Who did that? Was it the victim or Cyan? Do you know?
I don't know if it was censored or if it was just cut off on the bottom because of the fucking V shape and everything else at the bottom of the person. I have no idea.
Censored.
It's a scribbly. It's a scribbly.
It's a little scribble mark down at the bottom part. If it was meant to be a complete censor and stuff like that, that's a completely different situation that I just simply did not cover in the video at all. I said it was a partial nude and there was no boxers being shown, which you guys claim that there was boxers being shown. There's no boxers being shown at all in there. There's nothing but skin. There's no dick either, so it doesn't really matter. But you read it's still a partial nude, and if it's being sent to a minor, it's still inappropriate.
Partial nude, it doesn't matter.
If it was a minor,
you could watch fucking Game of Thrones, and there's tons of fucking partial nude in there, and be a fucking minor. Is HBO going down? It doesn't fucking matter. Like kids shouldn't be fucking watching that shit.
Yeah, but anyway. That's okay. But that has part of control of the parents and the parents only. People don't they don't simply control that whether or not kids are person.
Yeah, I don't know.
Literally, Louis has the responsibility to check whether or not he is, and that's why he's being called out to this day, because he has the responsibility to check who he's messaging and who he's sending these pictures to. Okay, but there's also blame. There's also blame.
Oh, hold on.
Yes.
Okay. Then pull up that evidence that there is. I have evidence that he did do it. You don't have any evidence that he tried to do it. So why do you keep bringing up these things with no evidence?
I'm not accusing someone of committing a crime, man.
Yeah. I am, because there's actual evidence against it.
It's on you to show the evidence, and I'll refute the evidence.
I did show the evidence.
I'm refuting it,
I showed the evidence.
Out. What the fuck? Like, how is this hard to follow?
The problem.
What do you mean that's hard to follow?
I'm not accusing
bring
you
up
of
the thing that's
committing
hard to follow.
TJ. I'm not accusing you of committing a crime, TJ. You're accusing somebody else of committing a crime.
Yes, I am, and you're trying to defend a
then
fucking pedo.
It's on you.
Oh God,
it's not on me. You're the one making the video.
Shut up.
No,
shut
you
up.
started.
Everyone,
Crow, you started.
Everyone,
you made
quiet.
the video about me on my live stream. That's what you did. You made the
And
video
you
about
got
me.
really offended and butthurt. Yes, we know.
No,
that.
I did not get offended and butthurt. I saw it as an opportunity to call you out on your bullshit because you had Louis pop over in your stream once or twice, and now you think that you can
I did it.
Every victim of being wrong.
Shit.
No, that's what you have been doing. Your stream shows it.
Oh my God.
No, TJ wasn't on our live stream. Listen, the reason the fucking evidence is weird is because it's being presented by women who are fucking conspiring, and they've been collecting data.
Show that the specific.
It was on our live stream. You showed up for it.
Yeah, and this specific victim, this specific victim did not show up.
No,
but they're saying, hold on.
Let's talk about
the victim's story.
Let's talk about this specific victim,
Does anyone even know the name of this specific victim? I don't think so.
No,
nobody. That's the point.
No, that's
we
the
don't
point.
know.
So how can you assume that this victim is conspiring against Louis if you don't even know any information about the victim?
Listen. You got to pay attention. Pay attention. TJ, pay attention very closely. Everyone who's talking about this victim is conspiring right now and using this victim's story. We don't know if this victim even agrees with what they're saying or even wants them to say what they're saying, right? It's on Cyan. Cyan is lying. She wrote, and it was in your video, that she said it was a unsolicited dick pic saying that there was dick in it. There wasn't. They are conspiring because we went over it. You were there. They mentioned that they wanted Ohm to go talk to you. They are in a group chat with prison mate Luke. They have been collecting data on this drive. They are speaking for this victim. Therefore, the words of this victim are from liars. They are from conspirators. They are from people who got an illegally recorded tape, TJ. That's what I'm telling you. We haven't heard from the victim either, just like we haven't heard from Louis. All we have is what Cyan shows. I don't know who this victim is. This victim might not even be real.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Okay, so another known liar that we both on both sides, me and Crow, have been able to pull out was the whole thing about Ohm Wrecker. Okay, he's been proven to lie and all this other shit, right? But he was.
Wait, hold on, TJ. To your point. Is it fair if I say that Ohm does conspire as well?
Yeah, okay, yes, I agree. Right. Okay, perfect. So again, he has his own personal agenda, but there's a real thing that did happen with H2O Delirious, which H2O Delirious mentioned and did admit to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's one thing true out of this liar and this conspirator's mouth and all. There's one thing that is true. Now, take it to Cyan and everyone else that you're calling out shit on. There could be one thing that is true. And I believe this underage victim is true in what they're saying. And you're having such a big fucking deal with that because you think that this victim is being backed by all these liars and all these stuff. Yeah, I think Ohm is being backed right now by that. Ohm is a liar and he's being backed up by that one victim, but they still had a true encounter that is still wrong that H2O Delirious committed. So off that topic, the two situations can have that one similarity where Louis is in the wrong for what he did, and we can move on to the other things that might not be true that the victims could be lying about, which I have yet to make a part 2 to talk about anything at all. But being just off part 1 that I believe that is true, and yet to go on to the other things, you guys are believing that this person is such a big liar when literally you guys have just covered H2O Delirious being wrong and H2O Delirious being a known liar, and that Delirious.
I
think he meant Ohm Wrecker.
Ohm, yes.
Okay.
Ohm being involved, or Ohm being a liar, and Delirious being involved with the victim at the time. It could be two of the exact same situation, and you guys don't even know. I think it is, but that is what I've said I thought, and I put in my video, and that's what I believe is true. That's what I believe is a fact because of the evidence that was presented. I do think the evidence is true. I do think the IDs are real. I do think the screenshots are real, and the videos and everything else is real based off of what's been presented so far. And it seems like a big majority of the people on my channel also thought the exact same thing.
I'm not even saying that the screenshots aren't real. I'm saying that they're selective, and I feel like they're using this person as a puppet. Is what I'm trying to say.
Just like how you feel like they're selective, you have a different opinion than mine.
Well, actually, no. It's not about our opinion that they're selective. And you showed this during your video, I believe. You showed her scrolling through her phone, right? And there's a ton of messages on there, right?
Yes.
Did you get all those messages?
Yes, I looked through them.
But did you get all the messages?
I mean, I saw the messages that they showed, the screenshots and everything, and those are not all of the messages that she's scrolling through on her phone.
It's not all of them, no.
There wasn't there one of them that said that Louis not allowed to wear pants and a shirt or some shit like that, that he had to show up with a selfie with no pants and shirt?
Hold on. I am going to read something real quick. So this was one of the messages that she scrolled through. Let me find it real quick.
She scrolled through, but didn't screenshot to send to Cyan.
Didn't screenshot it in the drive. So let's see.
But it is in your video.
It is
so
in
if you
the
don't
video.
believe us, TJ, it's in your video.
So this is Louis. No, you didn't. And then girl. Okay. Go back to sleep. Louis, join me. This is what the girl says. Gladly. Louis, there's a no pants rule. Topless too. The girl, how topless? Louis, completely. And the girl, And that's all I can see in that part.
Okay,
when she's
so
scrolling.
TJ, when we scrolling, before you say anything, this girl has stated that she never engaged with Louis that way. That he sent those pictures to her completely unsolicited. That there's a video that he sent to her masturbating that freaked her out, right? Does that conversation that Kayla just read, that she did not screenshot and show, but that she scrolled through on her phone quickly, does that line up with her version of events?
State that again.
Okay.
All right.
I'm asking. Okay. This girl has stated that she did not in any way engage with Louis in any sort of sexual or lewd manner, that she never wanted any photos from him, never wanted any videos from him, and that she was completely disturbed and disgusted by the stuff that he was sending her. Based on that chat that Kayla just read to you, which is from her scrolling through her phone, this is not one of the screenshotted images. Does that line up with her story? Her talking about being topless and shit. I'm just curious with you.
Okay, so
you believe her.
So one thing you're talking about from what she said recently, and one thing you're talking about what she said back then, right? You're talking about two different things from two different time periods.
I'm talking about what she said about what she was doing back then.
Crow.
Okay,
so
sorry.
One thing is from recent, that she came out recently and said that she never wanted to be sexual and never wanted to send pictures and never wanted to do that. And then one was from when she was younger, when she was 15 years old. So before you ask me that question again, just think about the age gap real quick and what a mind of a child would think in that situation.
Is she a child right now? TJ, is she a child right now?
So her speaking right now, that her true thought deep down was, hey, I did not want to sit here and do any of this, but I did it anyways, is one thing compared to what you're trying to bring up. You're trying to bring up as if, okay, she was wrong about this one statement, so she might be wrong about everything. Just because she was wrong about a simple statement of hers doesn't mean everything to the story is false. And I think that's the narrative you're trying to picture right now. But what I'm trying to say is that one is from when she was 15 years old, an easily persuadable young teenage girl, to now her being maybe 22, 23 right now, coming out about this evidence. That could be a completely different narrative. She could sit here and be able to sit here and say, hey, I this is what I thought I was thinking at the time. I didn't really want to do it, but I did it anyways.
You understand that you are right now putting words into her mouth that she did not say to justify.
Just like how you're putting words in her mouth too, dude.
No, I said what she actually said.
Okay, you're saying what she actually said, but you're also sitting here saying
I said
that
what she said
these people have been
recently
conspiring and lying and all this other stuff.
No, I'm saying the other ones are doing
Cyan,
yes,
Sarah,
you said what she was saying as an adult, but you've also been sitting here.
One at a time. TJ, finish. Crow, go ahead after TJ.
Okay. Here, I'll mute myself, TJ. Go ahead and talk.
I said what I needed to say. I think that she's an adult and she's made statements now, which she's a lot more understanding. She's a lot more mature. She's a lot more grown up. She can make statements now that are going to be different than what she was when she was 15. You're literally taking words from a child that is 15 years old and holding them up against statements from the same person that's an adult, which if I took statements from you when you were 15, Crow, I'm sure they're not going to line up with things that you say now. So again, just point that out real quick.
I mean, when I was 15, I liked Dragon Ball and I liked Pokemon, and I still like them both.
Shush.
Hold on, wait.
Right.
Yeah,
look,
it's all right.
So that was your. That's what you wanted to say, Kayla. It's my turn to talk. Stop.
Oh my God, bro! I have the exact quote about what we're talking about though. So this is part of it. Also, I would like to mention this is a reference. This is a reference to him supposedly jacking off in a video. Also, I would like to mention that he was already doing that. Then he recorded himself. It wasn't like I said something to trigger it. Would that be contradictory to the thing I just read previously about him or her getting into bed with Louis? Would that be contradictory?
State what she said recently.
This was a year ago. This is from like the first expose they did a year ago. Also, I would like to mention that he was already doing that. Then he recorded himself. It wasn't like I said something to trigger it.
Yeah.
But when they're talking about getting topless.
Okay. Who triggered it? Who started the conversation? Re-pull up the conversation that you had pulled up just recently.
Well, no.
Crow. We're on a point right now. Crow, we're on a point. This is why nothing can get across because you keep skipping point.
Kayla,
bring up the point
again.
Yep.
No, she just read it. She just read it.
I know, and she needs to read it again because you didn't seem to understand it. For a third time. Yes, I understood it. But read it for a third time again. All I'm asking is re-bring up the DM that you've proven or whatever and show that she's triggering it, that she's starting the sexual encounter in the text chat between them. You pull that up and show me.
So
because again, what you brought up about the topless thing, that was Louis starting it, not her.
So question real quick, because this is just like I paused the video and this conversation was there, so I took a picture of it. I will say though too, again, quick question though, if like, because in the drive there's only selective screenshots, but in the video she's scrolling through, I do have a question. Why didn't she just record the whole conversation versus these selective screenshots?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have the full conversation here because these are not my DMs. This is what I'm reading. But so some of the conversations that I didn't read before because I was mainly just going on about like the topless thing.
You're
so
asking
this is they're totally So there you go. This is the thing I'm looking at right now. So this is her scrolling through that I do not have full context of because I do not have these DMs.
Who triggered it in this DM?
Well, who knows? Who knows?
No. You can read it and see who triggers it. Who invites who to bed? Who sits here and mentions the no pants rule and the topless rule?
If we go up, so they're totally sleepy, never refuses to sleep, mostly because can't sleep. Holy shit, what is it? Holy shit, did I wake you? Did I wake you?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. Okay, go back to sleep. Join me gladly.
So who triggers it?
She kind of does because she's telling him to go back to sleep.
Okay, explain how.
She's telling him to go back to sleep.
Okay, so going back to sleep is triggering a sexual conversation. If you tell someone to go back to sleep, that is triggering a sexual conversation. Explain that.
Aura is my boyfriend. Aura, if I tell you to come to bed with me, what does that mean?
Okay, she's not saying to go to bed with him. She's not saying that. She's saying go back to sleep, as in they're a far distance away, and you can go back to sleep because if you see up there about waking him up.
Doesn't that imply flirting? And again, if this person's a minor and they're so against this, like, why would they be like, oh, of course I'm going to go to bed with you.
TJ, let me help you out here. If this girl made the statement, right, that he manipulated her, that she thought that whatever, right? Basically, he groomed her, right? That's kind of the implication that I got from your statement, right? About why she would make this one statement about not being... Not wanting any of this. And
hold that thought, Crow. Hold that thought.
Yeah.
TJ,
sorry.
I was gonna say because I think you that's what you got from it. TJ, are you saying that you believe that this victim was groomed by Louis? Is that what you're saying, or is that not what you're saying?
Yeah, I've never stated anything about grooming.
I was gonna say.
Okay, yeah, that's why. All right, Crow. Yeah, don't say that.
The reason, I was just asking because the mindset that he was implying there would be that of a grooming victim.
Again, okay. I'm still on the topic of how go back to sleep. Messaging someone go back to sleep is any sort of trigger to a sexual conversation.
It's not really a trigger.
Right. It isn't. Thank you.
Right. This is what I'm trying to say.
Louis saying join me is the trigger. There's no pants rule. Topless too. That's the trigger.
Okay. So she's engaging in the conversation. No?
Okay. Yes, and she's wrong for engaging, but Louis still triggered it.
Never refuses to sleep. Mostly because can't sleep.
That's
holy
not
shit,
a
did I wake you? That's the girl contacting him at night.
Yes, that's the girl contacting him. She reached out to him and she continued to engage with him when he got all freaky. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, look at the first message on here, right? Like he's telling her to join him and shit, and then she replies much later.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't even have to reply, and she says, "Okay." That's the problem. But she doesn't.
Like, it could have been 5 minutes later. It could have been 10 minutes later.
It could have been some point in time.
Like it doesn't matter. What I'm trying to sit here and say is that the trigger, the ones that are bringing up the inappropriate things, is clearly Louis. She's not sitting here doing it. So,
but she's clearly engaging in it.
Did she say
I brought up in my video that fucking she's just as stupid too for fucking doing it. I agree.
Okay, but TJ,
she isn't the trigger.
Okay, but hold on.
Keep going.
The statement that she made a year ago about this.
You're not even accepting what I'm trying to say. Can you see that Louis is the trigger? Yes or no?
He's not, though.
You don't think he's triggering any sexual conversation right here?
Hey, dude,
you don't think he's not? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Okay,
I asked you a simple question.
Before I met my wife, if a girl messaged me
I don't give
a
shit about your wife. Keep bringing up your wife. I don't give a shit, dude. What? Yes or no?
Holy
is she bringing up a sexual? Is Louis bringing up a sexual conversation?
TJ, shut the fuck up for a second and just listen to me.
Guys, this is what the live stream is. It's them gangbanging on me and them not answering 2 questions out of me. They answered the first one, but not the second one.
I just muted Kayla. Okay, so it's just me and you right now because Laura's gone.
Will you answer my second question? Ask
it again.
And then, is Louis the one?
No, I answered it. I told you no.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Because like I was saying,
if you don't think Louis is triggering any sexual conversation, that's all I need to know.
Okay. Here, it was one-on-one. You got to let me speak too, buddy. I answered your question. You didn't like the answer.
I'm waiting.
I'm waiting again. Okay,
I'm waiting.
Before I was married, right? If a girl messaged me at night like that, I knew what was up. Most men do.
You're going off the assumption of what she was implying with the message.
I am going off the assumption that if a girl and a guy who are flirting together and the girl reaches out at night.
You're going off the assumption of what the girl is sending with the message.
I'm really not, because when Louis brings up the no pants and topless, she goes, how topless? You know what?
Yes, I think she's stupid for engaging in that, but who brought it up first?
She reached out to him.
Who brought it up first?
She reached out to him.
How do you know that? How do you know that they haven't had a previous conversation, which they did? Okay, then bring it up. You don't know who started this conversation and who ended it. You have no idea.
I honestly don't. You know, you're right. I don't, because this girl left the context out. And if I remember, your situation
There's still more scrolling.
was that you didn't like that Omrecker left out context when he was dropping DMs on the Van Haas crew and shit. Right? You didn't like that. You said he was taking shit out of context. So when I point out that this girl has given us select screenshots, but there's a whole scroll of chats that are not shown to us, and one of them is this, then I think that this girl is leaving out important context. And that would be kind of important in talking about her integrity and whether or not we can trust her.
Even if you're trying to argue this point so fucking well and trying to sit here and try to do it so fucking hard,
so go ahead and respond to it.
Even if you are,
even if you say it's a dumb argument, you still have to respond.
I'm not gonna say that, Crow. What I'm gonna say is that she is still 15 at the time, and it's still Louis continuing to engage,
and
not knowing the age.
As you've already said, you do not think that Louis groomed this girl. Yes or no?
I never said I think he didn't. I said I did. I never said I think he didn't. I sat here and said I haven't made that statement before.
Okay, so
again,
when you were describing why this girl 1 year ago, would state that she never flirted, right? And she's clearly flirting with him.
Okay,
so. Either he did groom her. She's a kid. He reached out to this young girl and he groomed her for sex and sexting and all this other shit.
So are you looking to blame the 15-year-old?
I don't even know she's 15, dude. I'm pointing out all the issues with this, right? And you're saying that you believe it flat out. That's fine. I'm just talking all the issues with it. In fact, you didn't say that you believe it. You said it's all fact.
I want to cut in.
Yes, that's what I believe.
May I cut in yet?
Please. She's 15 years old.
Yeah, can I cut in for a second?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna unmute Kayla if she's been muted long enough. Sorry.
Yeah. So, I just want to point out, TJ, yes, I know you believe she's 15. I'm not even going to try to persuade you she's not, but I'm just saying that a lot of people say that they're an age that they're not to people that they're flirting with, and then this happens, right? It happens all the time. She has not produced anything or given anything to Cyan. Let's say she did give it to Cyan and Cyan's sitting on it, right? There is nothing, no screenshots or anything to show in these messages that say, I am underage, I am 16, you know I'm 16, why are you talking to me like this? So you would have to presume that she's telling the truth. And based on like Cyan running the story and stuff like that, and based on stuff we see that she said she didn't do anything sexual, regardless of who triggered it or not, she's still engaged. And she knew it was sexual because she engaged in it. You know, yes, she could be 15, but she did it while she was 15, probably, because Louis might not know that. She could say she's 18. She could say she's whatever. You know, I don't know that. So that's just where I'm coming from with that. So I don't know. And like we've already talked about possibilities and plausibilities, and I think you'll say, yes, it's possible, but that's not what you believe. So that's what I'll take for it. All right. That's all I'm going to throw out there. You guys can keep going. I'll be back.
Do you disagree with what he said there, TJ?
I believe that the girl is underage.
Okay, but do you disagree with what Aura just said to you? He didn't ask you if you believe the girl was underage or not. He said that he knows that you do. But do you disagree with the other things that Aura just said?
Like I said, again, I'm not really going to sit here and agree on other points when we're specifically trying to talk about this.
Well, no, I'm just
the other points that you want. We've been trying to do this for a long time.
Just said, then just say you disagree. If you agree, then say you agree. It's how hard is this with you?
Just like me asking you the question for the second time, it was pretty goddamn hard. You had to mute both of them to do it.
Anytime you asked me, did I think that Louis started this? I said no. And then I said no again. And then I had to say no a third time. So no, I didn't dodge your question. So go ahead and answer mine now.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with anything Aura said.
God damn it. Why was that so hard?
Are you so satisfied now? All right. Yeah. Bringing up one single point that wasn't even discussed in the goddamn video. Oh my God. So satisfied now. So satisfied.
I've started to realize this. When you start getting kind of bad in on an argument and shit, you do this whole like condescending bullshit, dude. You're much younger than me. I've been doing this
condescending bullshit for a long time on home record, dude. I've been doing it for a long time.
I dealt with this type of shit before. Okay. It's not, and it kind
of
sucks
when someone younger than you is right about a situation, and you have really nothing to back it up.
You have to have two of your other people up is right about something. I'll agree with them. Most of the people in commentary are younger than me.
So okay, if that's the case, then I have just a couple questions to ask you then to see if you agree with me or not. One, do you think Louis sent those messages that are in that document? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, you do believe it. Okay. Yeah. Another question: do you think that they're appropriate?
I think it's.
Do you think it's appropriate? Do you think it's
flirting
appropriate?
And sexting?
Do you think it's appropriate? Yes or no? Sure. Do you think it's appropriate? Okay, you think it's appropriate.
Depends on who it's with. Yeah.
Okay.
It's appropriate between consenting people.
Exactly.
All right. 2, have you said before in your live stream, which I've caught on and shown in my live stream before, that you've blamed every single victim, that they're all here to conspire and use all of this for clout? Yes or no?
I will say this very clear to you. Cyan, Kyla, and Sarah are absolutely fucking clout chasers.
Record too.
Record too.
And Prison Mate Luke.
And Prison Mate Luke, who were all part of that group. And this girl went to Cyan, who we've shown it to you too. She has lied. She has tried to manipulate people. She tried doing it to me.
Yeah. And Prison Mate Luke does run with these stories of the same caliber and fucked up the Pyro situation so bad that his career went to oblivion. So yes, I think he's using this situation to come back. I think he's using it to gain views. That's my belief, though. I don't know if that's his intention, but he has run with stories and fucked it up several times. Prison Mate Luke is very well known for that.
Now, to be clear, TJ, do I think this person specifically, assuming that they are real, is a clout chaser? No. This one person, I have no clue. I don't even know if this person's real. Just to be clear.
I don't know either.
Because, you know, the thing is, these are old video recordings, right? From back then, okay? And I'm looking at some of this stuff, and I'm like, I honestly have no clue. I really don't. Because some of those messages could have just been sent, like the Snapchat pic that was sent to Cyan, that was screenshotted off of somebody else's phone.
All right.
I would say I don't know. But
no.
This person's real,
you're coming to your own conclusion. It isn't like you're claiming, and you've claimed before in your previous.
TJ, I just said no. You asked me a question. I just answered it for you. Kyla, Sarah, Cyan, Cloud Chasers. This anonymous individual that I know literally nothing about, their name, their age, or even if they want to be involved in all of this, I have no idea. But if I had to guess, if someone's remaining completely anonymous, I don't think
you came to a conclusion in your live stream.
I'm coming to,
and in your video, you said the victims, but you meant the victim.
Just because that was my opinion, and now you're backtracking on what you're saying.
No, you said you were talking about
you came to a conclusion.
God damn. All right. I want to chime in because I want to say
this isn't getting anywhere at all.
Well, I'm telling you flat out, you just don't like the answer, dude.
Well, no, it's not that I don't like the answer. I'm telling you.
When I give you an answer you don't like, you just keep asking the question over and over again.
Bro, I'm literally trying to tell you, okay, you've came to a conclusion in your live stream. I've seen it, and that's why I was so laughable and why I made fun of it so fucking much is because you and your friends were coming to conclusions about things that you don't even know. And because I believe in what I believe in, you were trashing on my opinion so goddamn hard because you couldn't accept the fact that I was coming to my own conclusion and that it was something that you didn't like. So everything that you've been arguing against me, that, oh, you just don't like my answer and all that, go back and look at your live stream. You literally laugh, and I hear you guys laughing and chuckling at things that I've said that I've came to a conclusion on because this is what my opinion entails. And you simply either don't like it or you think it's a joke or whatever it is. And I've tried to say this multiple times. You don't know anything else more than I don't know anything else. We're both sitting here looking at the same evidence and trying to come to a conclusion. I've given, I think, valid points against mine, and I think you've given some very invalid points against mine. I came onto this live stream to talk about some of your invalid points, and that's pretty much it. And I'll also talk about my valid points again because I do believe that they're very valid and I'm willing to back them up. What this has been is nothing but you constantly sitting here trying to rail me about things that have never even been talked about either in my video or either of the live streams, such as one of these screenshots or screen grabs that Kayla got from the video of her scrolling when there's so much more important things that people probably would rather hear about than this little detail that none of us has talked about at all in either of our videos or live streams. So
why
again,
is this not important
I feel
to you?
What would be important?
More important. To
no,
this
what would be
important
is to see this person telling Louis.
Two people railing on me. Two people railing on me. Keep going, guys.
Keep
going. Two people. Two people.
I just muted her.
No, don't mute her. Let her talk. Goddamn.
Okay.
Yeah. Why don't Crow and Aurora be quiet and Kayla talk? Because I'll take one
Kayla talk.
Okay.
The important part should be the girl saying, hey, I'm 15, I'm 16, right? Where is any of that?
There isn't any of that, but I believe she is 15 and 16.
Right. And that's the point.
What's the point?
And that's your
my opinion.
I don't believe
but what's the point?
But I will say no. So you're saying that has been your opinion, but in your video, you're saying it's a fact. You even said earlier that's a fact.
I believe it's a fact.
I
believe it's a fact. Yes, Kayla, I believe it's a fact.
So am I wrong? Okay, so you believe it's a fact. So am I wrong to be skeptical and say I don't know if this person is underage?
You are
wrong of my opinion.
You are if you ignore blatant evidence that has been shown before and you don't address it or talk about it at all and take that into consideration with your opinion. Yes, you are wrong.
What evidence? What
everything in the document that you guys completely did not look at all during the live stream that you guys had.
Let me
you guys never even looked into it at all during the entire live stream. You never looked into the evidence.
We watched your video. We watched your video.
With the evidence.
And the part where I'm showing all the screenshots, you guys have pretty much skipped and didn't even read half of them. Have you read every single screenshots or no?
No, actually, hold on. I'm going to stop this right now because TJ, I don't think you remember this, but when you first came in here mouthing off, one of the very first things you said is when we were watching your video, we were only focused on what was on the screen. And if I recall correctly, not what you were saying to us. Now it's we were skipping through what was on the screen. Which one was it?
Crow. What I meant by that, again, if
it's okay, you misstate a lot of things, so go ahead.
No. This isn't a misstatement. Again, this is what you're going to do. You're going to claim that this. Crow, can I explain? Thank you. So if you're claiming that this is a misstatement, what I said in the beginning is that during your live stream, you were focusing about nothing but what's on the stream. This stream, you're focusing on nothing but what I said in the video now. So this is you double backing, sitting here saying, oh, well, look, we're focusing on what you're saying in the video, but you didn't during the live stream. Go back and look at the live stream. You don't, when I'm talking about the screenshots, you don't give a shit about what I'm saying over those screenshots. You're looking at the screenshots and you're talking about fucking Snapchat and see, there's a red square there. There's a red square there. She opened it. There's a red square there. You guys are focusing on a completely different detail while I'm talking over those screenshots. Well, okay, this live stream that we're currently in, that is live and people are currently watching, now you guys are focusing on what I'm saying. You mean so, no, this isn't me. Yes, you guys can ask me questions, but what I'm saying, and the point I was bringing up in the beginning was that during that live stream, you weren't focusing on 100% of what I was saying there, just like how you're not focusing on 100% what I'm saying here. You're not sitting here willing to listen and stuff like that.
Played your entire video in full.
But you didn't listen. You clearly didn't listen because you were skipping over points I was making. You were skipping. Okay, Crow, I'm still waiting for you to bring up that point. Crow, I'm still waiting for you to bring up that part at the end of the video where I say the victims wanted an apology. I still have not seen that yet during this live stream, and I think the chat wants to see it. So let's see that real quick. Yeah, play it where I say the victims wanted an apology. Play that.
You got it ready, right?
Please say that.
I believe so.
Because I don't say that at all. I say that you should apologize to the victims, but I don't say the victims want an apology. Two completely different things.
Alden needs to be held accountable for what he did roughly 6 years ago, and I will.
No, it's not.
Up and try to determine whether or not he should be held accountable based off my opinion or not. Of course, if he does something wrong, there should be an apology, mainly towards the victims, and there shouldn't be any hate going towards any of these victims at all if they're just trying to get out and tell their story.
Where do I say the victims want an apology there? Where do I say that, Crow?
Hey, you know what? I fucked it up.
What?
Okay, so if I have the floor real quick, just to talk, and I'm not going to trash on you guys for this because I could easily trash you guys for this one statement that Crow made that was false. Sure. I just want to point out, everyone just heard it in this chat, that I did not say what Crow claimed I said. So, pointing this out going forward, there are going to be plenty of times where you're going to claim that I'm misspoken and I made a mistake in what I was saying and all. No, I didn't. I claimed that I didn't say that. What I'm sitting here trying to say now is that you've been doing this. You did it throughout my video. You weren't actually listening to what I was saying. And now in this stream, now you actually want to talk about what I said. I can back up anything I said in that video. And I have been.
But
how many times have you sat here and argued against me that, oh, you said that it was fact, you said it was 100%, but I've said multiple times, yes, I believe that's fact, and I've tried to move on from that. But you, Kayla, and Aurora have multiple times, maybe not Aurora, but you and Kayla have multiple times sat here and re-brought up, oh, you said it was fact, you said it was fact, you said it was fact. Okay, yeah, I've said multiple times, yes, that's what I believe. Let's move the fuck on, because
I can say opinion. I believe in a law. I can't prove the existence of a law. Right? I can say I believe in it all I want. You can say you believe in this all you want, but when you keep saying it is fact, that is different. I don't understand how you don't get that.
I want to point out something very fucking irrelevant. But at the end of the video, you did use the plural victims with an S. Just saying.
I mean,
that's why we thought you were talking about. So that's why that was a misconception.
Twice.
But you said that's all I want to say about that. Who the fuck? Oh, there's internet issues. I see it. But like, I want to address something that you asked a question, TJ, a long time ago. Something about clout chasing. You remember the question that you were asking, Crow?
Well, there was the question about how he claimed that multiple victims are trying to go out to out someone for clout. Yes.
Yeah, I want to give my answer to that. So I want to make this very clear. And this is my opinion, perspective, and this is a fact. This is a genuine fact. Innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty. Due process is a thing. All right. Now, when anybody takes their story to Twitter, if you're going to go to Cyan and X of Louis, right, to try and spread the word, no matter what they have, I'm going to question it. I cannot look at it as evidence because it has not been presented in a court of law. You do say, well, I don't know. Do you know for a fact that they have gone to the police? Can you answer me that at least, or you don't know yet? It's not even a slight. I'm really asking.
I have no idea, just like you don't know.
Okay, all right. So there's a possibility. How about that? Is that fair for everyone for me to say?
Well, or you can say there's not a possibility of it. I don't really care.
No, I'll entertain the fact that there could be a possibility because Ohmwrecker said that they were going to the police. Here's the problem with Ohmwrecker. You're not supposed to say that. Especially if the FBI.
Omrecker's, he's been proven to sit here and get things confused before. I mean, he could be saying he's going to the police about one thing and then get it mixed up with another thing that he's talking about. So
okay, but he also told Keemstar FBI, if they're really involved, you are really not supposed to fucking say that, right? So like, let's just put this into perspective right here. Innocent until proven guilty. I do not accept this stuff as evidence, because even if it is, they have fucked this thing up to high heaven. These girls should have not put it in a Google Doc, and they've handled it incredibly irresponsibly.
So Aurora, the claim that I would make back to that is there was a situation that I was involved with the FBI, okay? It was nothing related to this at all, but it was another situation I had with an old Discord member claiming that I sent my fans and my community to go give them death threats during a live stream of mine, my own live stream, and that I sat here and I was trying to publicly out them and expose their name and their all this stuff. It was an ex-staff member of mine, and I'm able to talk about it public. And the guy that I talked to that is linked to the FBI that I talked to told me that, yeah, I mean, you didn't do anything wrong. Just continue doing what you're doing. And there was never a statement told that you cannot make a public statement about this. But you can hold on. So like, I had a situation that involved the FBI and the authorities and everything like that, but I'm still allowed to talk about it publicly. I can still say anything I want here. So why can't they?
I will tell you why. Because I myself have actually had to go to the police for these kinds of crimes, especially of sexual nature and underage shit. I've had to report people for those kinds of crimes, and the police and investigators need to build a case. And when you do this, you destroy it, because it looks like an online narrative thing. It looks like online harassment.
Yeah, but that's when they have to build a case based off the fact that it's like currently happening. This has happened a long time ago, so it can be publicly stated already on the internet, and the authorities don't give a shit because they're looking at things that happened 5-6 years ago. They're not looking at what Louis is doing now. They're looking at what Louis did before. If you come out publicly about someone who is currently committing a crime, they might now stop the crime and destroy the evidence, and now their case is fucked. But this happened years ago. Any evidence that's gathered, they are looking at currently, and they don't care what people say on the internet about it at all.
That's kind of true, but you're not.
That is true, right?
That's kind of, because here's the problem. You're not supposed to give the evidence. You're not supposed to give the evidence out to Twitter to review and put. You're not supposed to go to Drama Alert and do this shit, because now it can be deemed as just online harassment.
All right. Who went to Keemstar about it?
Went to Keemstar within this group chat with all this group, and he gave him the drive with all this shit in it.
And Cyan didn't tell him, because by the DMs we can tell that only 2 of the victims told him. That's what Ohm's claiming, that 2 of the victims, not Cyan, right?
Well, yes.
So they outvoted Cyan. What does that mean?
Cyan was involved in all of it.
She was very well spoken on Drama Alert. She's associated with it, but she didn't tell Ohm to go to Keemstar, correct?
But TJ, like,
what are you saying? Oh my God! For I'm asking you a question, Crow.
Well, are you asking Crow or me?
Well, who said "Oh my God"? I think it was Crow.
Oh, it was me. Sorry. I'll mute myself. Fuck.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, like I'm saying, like, just because, all right, so if you're in a gang, right, and I get a gun and I get a gun to the gang, but I didn't fire it, I didn't tell anyone to fire it, but somebody takes the gun and fires it, it's called being culpable. If you're in something of that stature in a group and you are conspiring and you're prepping things, like they said, oh, are you using the stuff with Michelle of the grooming allegations and stuff? They were clearly prepping. Cyan was a part of it. She knew. She never left the chat. You know what I mean? Ohm showed that. Then yes, she is culpable for everything, whether she wanted it or not. She didn't even leave after they went to Keemstar. They had a watch party, TJ.
Okay, but that's just based off the fact that if they ended up going to that, which I completely understand that. What I'm getting at is that since this is happening years ago, the Delirious thing happened almost a decade ago, the Louis thing happened a decade ago, it would be fine to talk about this in public knowledge as of now, because whatever case was built and whatever evidence was presented has already been shown already up to this point. And that if it was already shown to them and they've already gathered the evidence that they did, they wouldn't have to at all worry about anything at all. They wouldn't have to worry about anyone talking about it on Twitter, because they have all the evidence that they need, and right now they're investigating, they're contacting the people, they're getting statements from both sides, and they're going to continue the process that way. They're not just, they really don't give a shit if someone like you and me is online talking about it, right? They don't care if we're talking about it, they care if the victims are talking about it, right? That's the case you're trying to make. You're trying to make that if the victims come out about it, it's bad, but when we talk about it on our commentary channels, it's not good, right? That's the thing.
It's all bad.
No.
Okay, so it's all bad. So it's all bad. Okay, so if you guys actually believe that the police were involved, you guys wouldn't have even talked about it in the first place, right?
Yeah, I don't believe they were involved.
Okay, so what are we doing talking about it if you guys don't even believe the police were involved?
Because there was the notion that you asked how do we know that the police aren't involved? And I'm telling you why I don't think they are. Remember?
I think you've been arguing your case why you think they have been.
But no, okay. I'm telling you why they're not. I'm telling you.
Okay. So if you're claiming that they haven't been because that's why they're coming out to talk about it on Twitter and stuff like that, there's plenty of reasons why they could be on Twitter talking about it besides clout. I mean, I don't know what you're trying to. Okay, so they didn't contact the police, is what you guys are trying to say. Then why didn't they contact the police? Why did they go to Cyan about it? What's your guys' theory
That's
about
what
that?
I've been asking. That's what my problem is. Why
do you want me to explain what I think?
Sure, man. Yeah. Let's hear it.
Okay, so what I think is that they just simply want to be able to voice their opinions about something that happened to them several years ago, and they don't want it to happen to other girls like it happened to them at a younger age, because now they have a different perspective as a full-grown adult. They wouldn't want that to happen to a younger girl, and how that affected them. They don't want that to affect another young teenage girl right now. So they're going to reach to someone who they believe can get this out better than they can, which would be someone like Cyan, who would be willing to do it, which Cyan has been willing to do it. And because Cyan has been proven wrong in the past, or there's these things on it, you could take that into consideration, obviously. But with this specific incident with Louis with an underage girl, I think the evidence is so far stacked against him that you cannot sit here and remotely discuss that, it's from Cyan, it must be a lie and stuff like that. I think that's a little absurd.
I do have a counter to the argument, or at least the point, if I'm able to make it. All right. So my counter to that is you go to the police, you get a report, and with my experiences, they say you cannot talk about it. They're building a case. They don't want anything damaged. But let's say,
not every case, but yeah.
Okay, let's say that she was able to speak about it. So why not get the report, then send it to Cyan and show that she filed a report, making this more valid than what it is, rather than
maybe she just did. Maybe she didn't contact the authorities. Maybe the report was made a long time ago, and
maybe statute of limitations. Want to go through
the asshole. Yeah,
maybe statute of limitations.
There could be several reasons why.
Maybe we just look at the statement that they made themselves on
exactly.
Twitter.
That's what I'm saying.
And
this is my final statement on the issue. My intent with taking part of the document about Louis Caliber was to come out with my story as a victim of mental emotional abuse and manipulation, along with standing in solidarity with the other girls who have been traumatized by this man. Things took a completely different turn I'm literally just reading out the statement. Give me a second.
Go ahead.
All right. Things took a completely different turn as someone who made it seem like they were trying to help us basically used us for his own personal agenda against other members of the crew, referring to Omrecker. The whole point of including that part of the voice recording in our document was to show how Louis would send around nudes from fans without consent. Louis' Snapchat was open. Anyone could send him photos, and there's no way of verifying their age. He has since deleted his Snapchat. So this is, I believe, Sarah who made this statement. They have no way of actually verifying anyone's age. Also, as I mentioned in the document, Lou would send me other girls' nudes as well. Again, there's no way of verifying the age of these girls. Everything in the document is real, from her own personal stories to the story from the girl who was underage. The decision to not go to the police about the underage situation was made by the victim herself. So they did not go to the cops. just to settle that right now. They did not go to the police.
Which I didn't think they did. That's why I think it was done strictly on Twitter.
Which is why I think it's
the theory about it. I think that's what we were doing.
Yeah, and yeah. I don't.
In my opinion, when people do that, it's specifically for a clout move. That's my opinion. You really don't have to agree with it.
I disagree with it, and we can settle on that. And I don't have a problem with that. And then again, that was my whole problem with the live stream, is that if we had differences, that was one thing, but the live stream did not make it seem like it was differences at all. It was more of an attack on my video, and you wanted to make a public criticism about the video, which again, if you want to do, I don't have a problem fighting that back. But again, that's why I made the live stream that I did, and that's why you're making the live stream that you are now. And I'm on here to talk about any points that you want me on about. If you were on my live stream, I wouldn't just put it in the hands of you and be like, okay, go ask me questions. I would be asking you questions if you were on my live stream. For a lot of this live stream, you've tried to sit here and tell me, okay, ask us questions. What did we fuck up with our live stream? You ask me the questions. You're the one who had problems with my video in the first place. So again, you have yet to make any criticism towards my video, how it was made, how my opinion's been formed. You've been mainly talking about the evidence and your guys' nitpicks of the evidence.
Your opinion is based on the evidence, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so then we should probably focus on the evidence Right.
But when your live stream is nitpicking my video apart from here to there to there to there to there, I would
thought we didn't
expect you to
focus
ask me
on
about
any
video.
real points in your video. We
You
nitpicked
did. You
everything.
focused about what was on the screen in my video. You were
You mean
nitpicking
the
things
evidence
that you guys
that
wanted to
you
hear.
showed in your video, which formulated
evidence,
your
yes.
opinion, which we played.
And what I showed and stuff like that, and what I said in the video, yes, all of it. Not just that, all of it.
So we played your opinion for everybody, right? We laughed at you and the things that you said, which you criticized us for, right? Like that did happen.
Yeah, that was incredibly rude.
We also,
I mean, TJ, it could be way worse.
over.
There's other people who handle shit way worse.
Of course, it could be way worse. But
Yeah,
when I
it
get
could be
invited, but when I get invited to come to one of these live streams and stuff like that, it makes it super unlikely that I'll ever be messaging you guys ever again, or talking to you guys, or even telling you guys about anything that I'm making a video on, any communication that we would have had. Toy Bounty Hunters, what's his name again? John. Okay. John has been nothing but incredibly nice. He invited me over to a live stream that was, I think, on his channel or something like that. I have had nothing but polite DMs from him, and I have yet to hear anything from him about any of this or what his opinion is on this mix. But I've had nothing but polite things from him and from his side, and I had nothing but polite things about you. But when you openly admit that, yeah, I laughed at your video and stuff like that, instead of DMing me and asking me any of the questions to be well more informed about what I was trying to get across in my video, that is incredibly rude. Incredibly rude, obviously, but that's not why I made the live stream in the first place. I just think that the points you guys are bringing up are wrong, and I wanted to address them.
Well, TJ, I'm just going to say this, like, you know, if you really wanted to know what we thought, you could have shared your video with us and we could have critiqued it, but you made it public. So we just made a little public thing going over it. It's not a big deal. It really isn't.
I'm not saying it's a big deal. I'm just pointing out that it was incredibly rude. I'm not saying that I'm hurt by the criticism. If you guys have criticisms of my video, but I mean, fine. But again, I have yet to have any criticism of my video. You guys have more of a criticism against my opinion than my video.
Yeah,
it's not really about opinion.
And you stating that it was fact and proven.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yes.
That was
it's in the video. That's been the one thing. Yes.
I just want to say it's very common on YouTube to do that. And also, you could have reached out to us if you had a problem, but you fired up a live stream as well, doing the same thing.
I don't do it when you guys make a public.
Of course, I don't expect you to, but that's fine. But that's also an option. It's also an option. You know, you didn't say, "Hey, I don't appreciate that."
The ball wasn't in my park at that point. The ball was in your park.
It was.
You guys played what you guys did.
You made your video public. We streamed. And then the ball was in your court, and you chose to make a public stream. Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
but
it doesn't matter. I don't even care that you did the stream.
Crow,
I said you ripped us apart in your stream.
Bro, I have a problem with what you said like 30 seconds ago, and you're going off the fact that I agree to something that you said. I've been trying to do this entire stream. Okay, this is why most people don't go on to these live streams in the first place. This is why Louis hasn't gone on to my live stream, because he believes that he's going to be fucking trash so fucking hard for what he said. He ain't gonna be able to get a word in.
I can confirm that is not the reason why.
Right now,
I can confirm that's not the reason why.
Then confirm the reason why.
I legally cannot say.
Legally cannot say. Okay.
I literally cannot say.
People saying that I sound like Ohm right now. Okay. What I've been trying to get across is that the ball was in your park in the first place because you guys decided to make the video that you made. Now the ball was in my court on how I wanted to respond to this.
So the ball was in your court.
Yes, after you made your video.
Then.
But the ball was in your court.
And you chose to do the same thing.
Yes, dude, it's not a big deal. You could have even invited us on to trash us.
Loud when I sat here and said the ball was in your court at first, but then it was in my court. You're gonna take the ball was in his court at second. So boom, all right. When that has nothing at all to fucking do with what I'm trying to say.
It does. You're criticizing us for not reaching out to you privately, and then when it was the ball was in your court, you said, "I'm not going to reach out to these fuckers. I'm taking it public too."
Yes,
because you decided to make it public at first. You're calling me fucking childish.
So you chose to follow our lead. Okay, that's fine.
So goddamn childish.
But you're criticizing us for doing it, and then you went and did it yourself.
I want to drop this right now. Because I don't give a fuck. Like, TJ, you can make 80 fucking live streams about us. You can never speak to us again. That's totally fine with me, dude. It's not a big deal. None of this is a big deal. It's extremely common on YouTube. People like leak each other's DMs and shit on YouTube and talk shit about each other. Like, brothers fight on YouTube. Dude, there's crazier shit that can happen. If you're upset about it, I don't know what to say about that. But regardless,
again, like I said before, I don't give a shit about the criticism. People have criticized me for the longest time. I can take in criticism. I don't care. I was just stating that it is incredibly rude, and especially after the fact that I was invited onto your live streams before. I thought we were both commentary channels covering the same fucking news. I didn't think that you guys would come around to criticize my video, because I haven't came around criticizing your videos about stuff that I disagree with you with, which would negatively or possibly negatively infect your videos. I didn't do that to you guys. Well, I mean, you say you think that might not happen, but look at this live stream and the fucking dislike ratio, which I've also been hammered on about, which I never told anyone to come dislike it. But there's been false claims constantly made towards me that apparently Chrissy reached out to me, which she didn't at all, about the Louis video. She never reached out to me about the Louis video. Second, I've been criticized that I've sent people. Okay. And again, there's been several false claims made against me. And what I'm trying to point out is that I'm just trying to point out that
we addressed the two that you just brought up.
Yeah. And when it comes to the fucking dislike thing, it can be interpreted that way. I don't really care if you did or didn't, to be honest. Like, you know, I'll take your word for it that you didn't. Like, I'm fine with that, because regardless,
like I still think it's a bitch move, but
I mean, yeah, there you go. I don't care. I'm not going to let anybody detract me from anything, you know. I'm going to say what I think. I'm going to say what my opinion is. No one's going to intimidate or silence me. And I'm not saying you're doing that, TJ. I'm speaking so the fucking general populace can know what the fuck I'm about. And like I said, my main takeaway from this, there's one and only fact: innocent until proven guilty, because I feel like we're not going to get anywhere. I feel like we've gotten as far as we can go unless anybody wants to cover anything else. You know, like, TJ, do you feel like we missed anything, or do you want to go over anything with us? Because I know you said we were.
I was expecting to come in here and to have actual points brought up that I brought up in my live stream, but I have had barely any brought up at all. And that's fine.
I haven't seen your live stream. Do you want to go? Do you want to pull anything up?
No. I mean, this is not my live stream. This is your guys' live stream.
Well,
okay?
Which is why I'm asking you.
Which is why I'm asking you. Aura, respectfully, when you first got here, I said, we can play your entire 8-minute video. And you said, you don't have all night. You've been here for an hour and 40 fucking minutes, dude.
Yeah, and I wasn't going to be here for an hour and 40 minutes. Crow, if I was able to get a fucking sentence together, I wouldn't be able to do it. And don't sit here and bash on me for fucking interrupting. You've been doing it this entire goddamn stream. I can bring up multiple times when I was interrupted. If I'm able to sit here and interrupt, I'm gonna fucking take the time to do it, because clearly you don't have the respect to give me to finish a goddamn statement. So obviously I don't really give a shit what you have to say about it at this point. You can sit here and say that we were gonna play the 8-minute video and you were here for so long and you said that you couldn't. Yeah, because I haven't been able to get a statement together. And if I just cut out midway, what's the fucking chat gonna say? What's everyone else what are you guys gonna say? That I just dipped from the argument because I was losing? No, if I could be here for fucking 8 hours, I'd be sitting here arguing with you guys 8 hours. I believe I am right. A lot of other people believe I am right. And I will sit here and argue it until I'm blue in the face. But I don't have all goddamn night to do it, huh?
I was like, I believe Ohm thinks that you're right as well too. It's very fucking interesting.
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Ohm thinks
it's like the video kind of reminds me a lot of Ohm. I think I actually say it in the
video has nothing to do with Ohm, and I hate.
I know it doesn't have anything. It sounds like what Ohm was saying is what I'm saying.
Okay, I think completely different. I don't think it sounds anything like Ohm. I think Ohm has been using these victims.
I believe the girls. I believe the victims. That's why I'm doing this, because I believe them. They're telling the truth.
I say girls? And did I say victims? Did I say
you
plural?
said victims plenty?
Okay, when did I say victims in my video?
Oh my god!
At the end of it, we played it like a little bit ago.
At the very end,
I said, if he did wrong, he should apologize to the victims. If. Can we have an if in the chat, because that was popular in my chat before.
If's got nothing to do with it. You just said that you never said victims.
You said you never said.
Pointing out that you did, and then you say that you didn't.
2v1.
I'm sorry, TJ. I'm not doing the 3v1, 2v1, whatever.
By the way,
yeah, I mean, that's what you're doing the entire goddamn stream.
TJ, Aura and Kayla were part of the stream that you were criticizing. Kayla did the research. Aura was ruder than I was.
The research? She got it completely wrong. She brought up something from my live stream that was wrong. Yeah, she did. She brought up something from my live stream that was completely wrong.
How did I get wrong?
Okay, what was it?
It was something that you stated in my live stream that I...
Which part?
What specifically was the statement, TJ?
Okay, do you want me to sit here for 5 to 10 minutes looking through my stream to try to find it? Or do you
just brought it up?
Kayla,
you brought it up.
Yes, I brought it up because I remember talking about it.
But you just don't know what it was.
Kayla, do you remember everything that you said in the previous stream? Do you remember everything that you said in the previous stream? Yes or no?
Well, what's the thing she got wrong?
I assume it's not.
I could.
Partially. You could remember all of it. But
Can you?
Do you want me to bring it up? It would be a lot simpler if I just asked you real quick. You said at one point during the stream.
Yeah,
no, I remember this part. You at one point during the live stream that I reacted to on my live stream, I sat here and I asked, I was like, hey, or no, what actually happened is I watched the part where you sat here and said that you popped in my live stream for only a little bit and you heard this thing that I said. And whatever the thing is, it's something to do with the whole Louis thing or whatever maybe it was something to do with like I was all for Louis and now I'm all against Louis. It could have been something else, but you stated something that you popped in my live stream for a small amount of time. Yes. Okay. So you said something
depending on which one.
That you popped
no, hold on. I've had
well, there was only one.
I'm having internet connection. My apologies.
Okay, that's fine.
There's There's multiple streams I popped in.
Okay, well, you only mentioned one during the last live stream.
Right, and I don't know which one you're mentioning.
Is it the most recent live stream? Like which one?
Or just hold on, TJ.
You just
brought it up. You brought it up.
It's like there was the one right after. There was the ones like I watched Crow. So I watched the beginning of the video or the stream after the Louis video. I mentioned that. There's other things as well that I've looked at. Yeah. So I don't know what you're referring to.
You brought up something during the last live stream that you had with Crow.
Okay. I'm sorry. Can we drop this? Because no offense, Kayla doesn't remember, and you're not being specific enough to even jog her memory. I have no idea what you're talking about.
There hasn't been much specifics going both ways, so it's fine. We can drop it like we've dropped all the other topics that we brought up.
Oh my god, dude! It's something you brought up,
but you're trying to say I got something.
And I told you I didn't remember, dude.
Well, you remembered enough to mention it, and then
all right,
asked you what it was, you said, I can't remember.
Dude. Shoot me in the goddamn foot. I'm human, dude. Shoot me in the goddamn foot. My bad. My bad.
Look,
jump on Twitter right now and say that I forgot.
Dude, we're not interested. We're not interested on hammering you on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Well, Crow wants to hammer me right now on the live stream that I brought up a point that I can't clearly remember. I could look through the stream right now and find it, but it's going to take 10 minutes of my time, and I don't want to take 10 minutes of my time to fucking do it right now because this entire live stream's been really useless.
You just said that.
No, because I brought up a valid point that I disproved something that she brought up.
A valid point that she said something that was wrong, and you proved that she was wrong. You just can't remember what you said or what you proved.
Crow, this is what happened. You said that she did the research. I brought up a point that she looked through my live streams, and what she looked through my live stream was wrong. So she didn't go through the research, and I proved it wrong in my live stream.
TJ is wrong, so he clearly didn't do any research for his video. There you go. Does that work for you?
This sucks. This is all good.
I'm just asking. That's literally what you're doing right now.
You're really far on YouTube, my guy.
This is really good. Can we finish? Can we just be done?
Yeah, I'd like to. TJ, do you got anything else you want to say to all of us? Or one of us or anything?
Hold on.
Do more research before you talk about me, or I'm going to have to call you out again. That's what I have to say.
Oh no,
dude!
No.
I would not do this again if I were you. But
hold on.
You have a.
I would not do this again. My channel's doing fine, my guy. You would be the one that I'd have to be careful about doing. But trust me, that's not a threat.
I don't know very many channels that are your size that would go through that much effort on a channel of my size. But I appreciate it.
Yeah, go ahead,
I'm
Caleb,
willing to go through the effort of someone who's acting like a dumbass.
Yeah, I mean, you should probably do some, videos about your own shit, acting like a dumbass.
I don't have to.
Even though I can't.
Bro,
see, I guess. I guess here's the big difference between the two of us.
Dude, bro, your own guy Aurora is telling you to chill, dude. Just calm down.
Okay.
Let Caleb.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me just say this, okay? When I've gotten something wrong, I've been more than happy to correct myself. When I've called out points that you've gotten wrong or that you've misstated, you turn around and you get pissy with everybody.
Oh my god. It's the perfect meme. Like just pull up the Joker scene where he says you wouldn't get it.
I don't get it.
Oh my god.
So again, when I did get something wrong, I flat out admitted to it. When I point out things you've gotten wrong, including things like just saying victims, you say it's a misstatement. I didn't say I was referring to something else, yada, yada, yada. It's just been walking around in a circle with you.
So some of the claims that you made, you agree that you're wrong. Okay. Some of the claims you have against me, they're my opinion, and I don't believe they're wrong. And now
you said that they're fact.
Yeah, because that's why.
And then you say their opinion, and then I say, well, that's your opinion. You say no, but it's my opinion. It's
I believe that they're factual. I believe that what she's saying is factual about the LUI evidence. Yes.
So
I've said that multiple times.
So then it's factual.
I believe that they're factual. I said it in my video.
And you think that this
I said it in my live stream.
Right. So it's not a belief, it's fact.
I said I believe that it's factual.
No, it's not a belief. It would be fact.
People can believe what is true and what is not true. Okay?
Again, I can believe in a law. I can't prove the existence of a law.
Hey. Okay.
Don't fucking mute me, dude. Don't fucking mute me. Dude. You've talked enough. Fucking Kayla, say what you need to say.
Oh goddamn!
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so the only thing I know about like referencing any of your streams, TJ, was like some references just because based off of certain things after the LUI video. I believe I did say it's kind of like here nor there, considering the context of the video, but it's just stuff afterwards that I was not going to get into because we were just focusing on the video.
Do you remember?
So even though I can't remember exactly which part of it to critique it, that's the thing. It's like I did not get it wrong. I only said statements from your streams. But again, it has nothing to do with the video. Or like it was afterwards, but still though. Like I said, I don't even know what I could get wrong if I was quoting you.
Okay, and I agree with you, but I think something you were quoted, I think was misquoted or something like that.
All right, so this is like all irrelevant. This is irrelevant.
Yeah, it could have been paraphrased.
A lot of this has been irrelevant. There's a good hour of this live stream that could have been chopped off.
Yeah,
but you brought it
relevant bullshit that I have not been bringing up.
It doesn't matter. All right, so basically the end of the line is, remember the Twitch dear girl? It's a fact of my feelings. That's what TJ thinks. This is a fact of his feelings. He believes this all to be fact, even if it's not. My fucking feelings say that innocent until proven guilty. That's the only fact. I'm done here, so I'm gonna get the fuck out. If y'all are ready to join me to get the fuck out of here, then fucking one's in the chat. Let's get the fuck out of here. Play some outro music. TJ, thanks for coming, I guess.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Please don't say oh my god, man. I said it early and you got really mad.
Yeah, I was bringing up actual valid points, and then you said, "Oh my god."
Sure, yeah, all your points.
We got nowhere.
Yeah, totally.
Completely two different situations, but blend them together like you blend other things together.
Everybody is full of shit except for you guys. Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're not already. Exactly. The realest guy on YouTube. Anything else, TJ?
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I know you're really mad that I didn't praise your video and that we publicly criticized it. And I know you say that's not what your live stream was about. I just know that you kept bringing up how rude it was and I should have gone to you. And I just, honestly, I feel terrible for not just sucking your dick more. But I've totally learned my lesson.
As long as you commit it, my guy.
I totally learned my lesson. And hey, man, if you want to make another live stream the next time we criticize what you said, part 2, when's that coming out? I just want to know if I can make it for the Monday stream.
I don't know. I'm going to actually take my time to do the research and bring up some valid points during my live stream instead of just hippity hoppity like you guys have been doing. So
well, I mean, sounds good, man.
I'll take the time. Aurora, I have no beef with you.
Take all the time you need, and when you post it, we will absolutely talk about it.
Huh?
My goodness.
Yeah, but you don't mind the criticism, right?
Yeah, I don't give a shit about the criticism.
Okay, then there we go. So when part 2 comes out, if there's something worth talking about or criticizing, you take no issues with us doing that.
Yeah, if you guys want to criticize the video, I don't give a shit. I mean,
that's what we did.
If you bring up bad opinions and bad claims and stuff like that are clearly false, then I'm gonna obviously make a video about it. If it's worth my time. If it's worth my time.
May I offer you some advice, just like friendly advice for real though?
I'll take any advice, just like a comment section would give me.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't I'm just trying to tell you, and like, don't take this so fucking personally, but like, there's a difference between criticism. I feel like you don't really see criticism. I feel like you think they're insults. Even like when we're taking like ribs at you, it's really not the worst thing. Like, I know you were mad because I said your video was trash. It's not like I said you were trash or your family's trash. It's just a video, dude. Like, it's a fucking joke. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, you don't take this shit so personally. Like, I think one of our friends was actually in a chat previously, not this recent one, like one you did ago, and they were asking you questions about the ID, and then you blew up on them, and they were like, "What the fuck?" You know, like there's no need to get.
I don't know what you're referencing, but like literally, I just put you on Twitter. I put my videos are trash or whatever on Twitter. You saw that tweet, right? Okay,
yes, I did.
So I threw shit back at you.
I don't care.
Okay, none of us are butthurt. So what point are you trying to? What advice are you trying to give?
I'm trying to say you clearly got really upset about it. Like it's for you to even bring it up. For you to like you even called me Mr. Your video is trash. Like really?
So what if I say the same thing back? Like, hey, you had to bring up my video is trash.
You're missing
same thing with you having to bring up.
You're missing the point. You're missing the point. I'm trying to tell you, don't take it so personally. Don't take it so personally.
And I'm telling you, I'm not. How else can I prove that?
And then I brought up the fact that you got mad when somebody said something to you on your stream and something about like open your eyes.
I don't know the proof, my guy.
No, dude, I don't want to go to your streams. They're long, they're boring. I don't watch your shit, dude. I don't like your shit. Your content's annoying.
All right. And if you don't like it, and if you don't like it, that's fine.
Tell me about your shit. I don't want to hear about your shit.
Aurora, if you don't like my shit, that's fine.
Yes, I know.
But don't bring up to me that I'm getting so like butthurt over criticism. If I throw that same shit back at you, Mr. My vids are trash.
They are.
Okay, and if you think that they're trash, fine.
No, I don't think all your videos.
Many other people think they're trash.
Look, I'm gonna be real. I don't think all your videos are trash. I watched your interview with Ohm. I really fucking commended you.
Again, just like if you were trashing my videos, I could care less if you like them. Cool, if you like them, I guess.
That's great. All right, calm down. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. I commend you on
why did you need to tell me to calm down? You're acting like I'm so fucking pissed off right now.
Oh my God, because you're interrupting me. I'm trying to tell you something. I'm trying to actually give you good feedback.
Welcome to the other side. Welcome to the other side, my friend. It sucks getting interrupted, doesn't it?
Yeah, but this is my stream, dude. Like, so I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to give you positive feedback. I like the way you conducted the interview. You know, I think you did a good job. I think you asked the right questions. I think you pivoted at the right moments. I commend you for that, dude. My only problem with your video is it seemed very one-sided. It didn't seem objective. It didn't seem like you asked questions where you kind of should have. You know, like, for example, like who blurred that picture? Why was it so manipulative? You said it's still inappropriate, but it was labeled as a dick pic with no dick in it. That's very manipulative, dude, and that's what Ohm would do.
If I didn't bring it up, if I didn't bring that up, and if I didn't mention that at all, it's probably because I didn't really give a shit if the picture was blurred, because that has nothing to do with the actual evidence.
But it's a fact. It's a fact. It does have
nothing to do with the evidence.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Nothing to do with the evidence.
Well, they're claiming the photo is a dick pic, and it isn't. That is part of the evidence.
And the victim's identity has so much big information about the dick or the claim on
TJ, stop. That photo is part of the evidence that they showed, and they lied about what it was. Like
it's Cyan's big Me Too moment over this fucking victim's name, dude. What do you mean?
You groaning doesn't change anything,
bro. I don't know, man. It's whatever. Like, there's pretty much nothing to really tell you about.
But actually, or real quick, TJ. The thing is, I did try to tune into your live stream. I was working, but I watched the part where you got into our stream. And we brought up the fact that somebody lied about it being a dick pic. And your response was just, well, maybe they blurred it because it's gross. And I'm like, but they're calling it a dick pic.
You mean the scribbles? And then you said you don't mean a blur, right? You mean the scribbles, right?
Yes, the scribble.
Okay.
The scribble, the censor.
The censor.
I was just asking. Okay. My guy. Jesus Christ.
I'm just answering.
Fuck, dude.
You know, did you even address it?
Did you address at any time, including during your stream? And I was watching at this
partial
point.
Nude. Partial nude.
They called it a dick pic, and it wasn't.
Yes, and I addressed it as it being more of a partial nude than anything else.
Okay, so then
did you say that it was malicious?
Huh?
That's malicious. That what they did. They said that it was a dick pic, and there was a scribble on it to emphasize it was a dick pic.
If that was the only picture, and there was no other pictures of his dick or him jacking off, like the victim has claimed that she's seen, if there's nothing else and that's all false, yes, that is malicious on their part, and they shouldn't do that against Louis, and that is completely wrong.
No,
Okay.
that's cool that you said that, but you didn't say that when it mattered in your video or your live stream. That's why I'm at. That's what my
Because
point
I
is.
believe the victim is right, and I didn't have to sit here and argue the what if
that's a
theory
fact.
if Louis is right.
But that's a fact that it was manipulated to present it that way. That's the problem.
Hold on.
Manipulated.
This Wolf Gal leader, I think, probably stated it best. Crow, it wasn't a dick pic, as it proves. Lies. TJ, it doesn't matter. It's not okay. We're arguing two different things. If the girl is a minor, hold on, TJ. I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah.
If the girl's a minor, the image is still inappropriate. Yes. It doesn't need to be a dick pic for the image to be inappropriately sent to a minor.
I think that's what he's been saying. Yeah.
We completely agree on that. Okay. However, let's say all the other things that they presented are completely true, totally in context, right? And this one thing, right? They absolutely are being malicious. They are absolutely lying about what it was. That would still be wrong. Yes or no?
Yes, it would still be wrong.
Thank you. Honestly, I didn't think we were going to agree on that one.
Stupid.
I honestly didn't think we were going to agree on that one. All right, look.
Again, people thinking that I'm just going to sit here and side with the victims automatically, and then your guys' comparisons that I'm just team victims all of a sudden is completely wrong.
It was 100% based on the roughly 2 hours we spent together.
The 2 hours we spent together.
Yeah, it's been going for 2 hours, man.
No, you've claimed in your live stream prior to this that I was more on team victims than anything else, and I sounded like you've stated in your live stream.
You did sound like in that video.
Okay, I sounded like fucking
I believe the evidence. Okay. I believe the girls. I believe the victims. I believe Louis is guilty.
I believe not the victims. I believe the girl and the victim and that one part of the doc. Yes.
Well,
not the entire thing. Which again, this is what you do throughout your entire live stream. No, I'm not talking about Cyan. I'm talking about
the doc is by Cyan, the victim allegedly.
And I believe the doc. Yeah, okay. Cyan. I believe the one part of the doc that she did construct together.
TJ, I gotta admit, buddy, I've been pretty polite here. I have not muted you at all during this stream, and I have allowed you to interrupt me. And I know you get really upset when I interrupt you. So can I just say one final thing, and then we can be all good?
You and me won't be good, but yeah, you say what you want to say.
Okay, well, fine. Look, I don't think you can handle criticism. I think that you really cannot handle it. I think your entire demeanor during this stream kind of proves it. I think the fact that you felt like you had to do 4-hour live stream about us. I think it was a little silly. But and I will have this entire stream up, right? And people can watch it, they can view it, or it's still here, don't worry. But as far as we go, buddy, I literally couldn't give a shit. I didn't know who you were before this. I didn't know who Vanos Crew was before this. I didn't know who Louis was before this. You can all go fuck off, quite frankly. But if we're not good, I am totally fine with that, because honestly, I personally would not want to associate with someone like you, and I'm sure you feel the same way about me. So let's just leave respectfully.
Whatever you say, dude.
I don't have anything more, Kayla, or you got anything?
Nope.
Nah.
All right, perfect.
We were trying to leave like however long ago.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Adios. Deuces.
My name is Richard. I am Darkside Phil. Oh my god. I really need to make this fucking money. I need that money. I really do. I need that money. I'm done. Why am I poisoning? What? Why am I toxic? Because it's like a Why am I toxic? Because it's like a Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser. I just can't do it. just can't do it. I just can't do it. Why are you doing this to me? I just can't do it. Real talk, why? Anybody who says they have Apple Art. Anybody who says they have Apple Art. We made $1 and lost 1 subscriber. So you guys earn 3 minutes of commercials. I don't spill my fingers. I touch my face. Did something that's a twitch. Did something that's a twitch. Got no bitch in my blood. 0 bitch in my blood. Honestly, straight lies in people's faces. I don't spill my fingers, right? That was my depression. I need that money. Pay my bills, electric bill, the internet bill. That was my depression. I need that money. Pay my bills, electric bill, the internet bill. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Why are you doing this to me? I just can't do it. Why am I toxic? It was like a lonely. Why am I toxic? It was like a lonely. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser.